very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Bikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Ishala, Nina, Bozana, Soya, Nana, Jama, Nana, Faros, Okonane, then saw no one and when I raise it because Tahara to the and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your soul. And we're not going but you know what? I would like you to know that someone is the cause of it. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you. The very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chico Bikabia Mapuni, Chineke, and Son of the Winner, Ishala, Nina, Bozana, Soya, Nana, Jama, Nana, Faros, Okonane, then saw no one and you were not raised because Tahara to the and you were not young. Because you will make a difference with your soul. And you were not But you know what? They would like you to believe that America is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look with you. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what I'm going to do in 5 years to come. Thank you.
Breaking news reaching us now, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has been arrested, extradited to Nigeria, and is right now being arraigned at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Kanu is facing charges bordering on treasonable felony instituted against him at the Federal High Court.
It was an unjust war.
Long ago, in the heart of Biafra, a nation was born from the ashes of war. A war that scarred the land and its people, yet it never killed the spirit of freedom.
The war aim of Biafra is purely to prevent ourselves being slaughtered, nothing more.
It was in this land, scarred by conflict, that Nnamdi Kanu was born, a son destined to revive the dream of independence for Biafra.
And if anybody is going to judge our success and failure in this war, it will have to depend on how much we have prevented the enemy from killing us.
Raised with the echoes of his ancestors' struggles, Kanu understood that the wounds of war ran deep in the hearts of his people. The scars from the Biafran War, which ravaged the land and cost countless lives, had never healed. The dream of an independent Biafra, broken but not forgotten, lived on in the hearts of those who survived. It was these voices, these memories, that called him to action. As Nnamdi Kanu grew, so did his voice. He became a preacher of justice, a messenger for those who were unheard. He spoke not just for his generation, but for all those whose lives were shattered by the war. The pain of the past was alive within him, and his words resonated with the cries of the oppressed. But as Kanu's message spread, so did the fear of the establishment. His calls for self-determination grew louder, shaking the very foundations of the government. They feared the revival of a Biafran spirit, one that could awaken the wounds of the past and ignite a new conflict. And so, they moved against him. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, his body captured, but his spirit unbroken. The authorities believed that imprisoning him would extinguish the fire he had started. But they failed to understand the depths of his cause. The pain of the war, the bloodshed of the past, was not something easily forgotten. It was a flame that could never be fully extinguished. His arrest became a symbol of the struggle that began in the blood-soaked fields of the Biafran War. The demand for freedom was still alive. The fight for justice continued, not just for Nnamdi Kanu, but for all the lives lost, for all the children born into a world of scars. The fight for Biafra is not just his fight. It is the fight of all those who have ever dreamed of a free land. And though the past may haunt the present, the future is still unwritten. As long as the story of Nnamdi Kanu is told, as long as the voices of his people rise, the dream of Biafra lives on. Arrested again, 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 and yet again.
I agitate for Biafra. I agitate for Biafra, my right to agitate, my right. They turned it from treasonable felony now to terrorism.
This is Nnamdi Kanu speaking. Biafra land, listen. They thought they could silence me, but they didn't just cage me. They caged your spirit. They made you forget that our land still bleeds, that our people still suffer, that nothing has changed. 5 years in chains. But what about you? Are you not free? Or have they bound your voice with fear? The struggle was never about me, it was about you, your children, your land, your future. So I ask you, where is the fire that once burned in your heart? Where is the voice that once roared for freedom? Wake up! Rise again, Speak, act, remember who you are. This is Nnamdi Kanu.
You keep on supporting evil in the zoo, the more your land will be taken from you. The more your daughters will be raped and abducted, the more your sons will be slaughtered in cold blood. And under one Nigeria, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Because one idiot that they groomed will rise up and say to you, oh no, it's one Nigeria, there is crime everywhere. Haven't you heard about Zamfara? Haven't you heard about Katsina? There is crime everywhere. That is not the case. The crimes you have in the north, the insecurity you have in the north is as a direct consequence of their own actions. They grouped them. Al-Qaeda in the Nigeria, ISIS in West Africa, Boko Haram, Fulani headsmen, bandits, all of them. Who brought them to Nigeria? It's Fulani. Fulani brought them into Nigeria. El-Rufai brought them in. All the state government brought them in. Are you deaf and dumb and stupid? When you come out and you pretend, oh, we are one Nigeria, go and show somebody was asking, where is the boundary, where will the boundary of Biafra begin? And I asked the fool, where did the boundary of Nigeria begin? People from Niger come in and go as they like. Most of these idiots are from Niger. They are building a pipeline to Niger. They are building a railway line to Niger. They are building roads to Niger. Whereas where the money comes from, which is Biafra land, we don't have those infrastructure. No, we don't. But you're taking our money. You come to Onaji, you come to everybody, you come to Agulere, you come to Ebo, you take our resources, sell it, get the money, and now you're building the way to Nigeria, and you want me to be happy with you. Clap for your Nigeria, one Nigeria. I think you maybe not you are insane. You come to my land, you take our oil, you take our gas, you take our manpower, you take everything, our VAT, our tax, everything. You are now building a road from Katsina to Niger. Airport. Refinery. You take oil from my land, you take it to Niger, you refine it, you bring it back to me as a refined petroleum. And you're telling me that country is viable. You're telling me that Nigeria should be supported. You are in one Nigeria. You are not going anywhere and you're dying every day. Because those that they appointed to speak for you, they gave them money so that they will come out, produce of the newspaper, to give the world the misleading impression that everything is okay. When things are go and see the contradictions in it. Nigeria is not working. We are marginalized. And then you come back to say Nigeria is one. We must stay in it together. Are you not foolish? These are the useless intellectuals that you have. On one hand, say Nigeria is not working. You're marginalized. You are being discriminated against. You are suffering. They are killing you everywhere. And you come back to the same place and say Nigeria must be one. Had Nigerians gotten together to say they want to be part of this useless contraption, that's entirely their business. I'm a Democrat, I'm subscribed to it. But have you asked yourself this question? Why is it that all those asking you to remain in one Nigeria has something to gain from Nigeria, or they have benefited in the past? Nothing more, nothing less. I saw the letter that Kanu to President Biden. In it, Abubakar said to come and help us fight terrorism in order to ensure that there will be no regional destabilization. That is their game plan at the U.S. State Department for very many years until we stepped in. They keep trotting out these lies. Once Nigeria breaks up, there will be destabilization in the entire region. I said that because you don't understand African history. Most of these people are not people. When I say it, they say I'm insulting them. No, I'm not insulting you. Most of them are people. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. In Africa, we are tribal creatures in Africa. We always go back to our village where we are born, where our umbilical cord, our long, where it was buried. That's where we come from. That is why every Christmas, Easter, New Year festival, or August meeting, you see us migrating back to where we come from. And I keep saying these things to Africans, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everywhere in Africa during Christmas, if you like, be in South Africa, if you like, let it be in Kenya, let it be in Rwanda, everybody from the capital goes to the village. If you go to Accra, the same thing happens. This past Christmas, if you like, go to Cotonou.
from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue. Because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked, bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land, bring an end to their abductions, bring an end to their kidnappings, bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent, bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam, bring to an end their mediocrity, bring to an end their senseless feudal rule, bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, oh Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men.
Most of us do not understand what it means to be a Biafran. You have not seen anything yet. I was kidnapped. I was beaten. I was spat at. My clothes were ripped from my body. Women urinated and poured it on me because of Biafra, so that they may humiliate me to such a point that I will not talk about Biafra anymore. They videoed me. Masop has a video of me where they were beating me, dragging me on the floor, tearing my clothes because I spoke the truth. That did not stop me from talking about Biafra.
To quote the Bible for the zoo. So as I'm quoting it, I want people to please note this down, please. And write it, and I'm Googling it as I'm talking. You know, I can multitask. As you have made women childless. Oh dear. So shall you be childless amongst women. So shall your mother be childless amongst women. It's in the scriptures. Because we are children of light. Anything we are doing, Elohim is there. It's the book of Samuel. 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verse 33. That is this. You know, every day we give them the scriptures. That is the scriptures I want this lucky Irabo, every so-called, one idiot that was at 82 Division in Enugu, a failure at Ahiru, a complete failure at 82 Division in Enugu. He's not the one talking rubbish. As if we don't know him. A complete failure. He went to fight Boko Haram and came back in disgrace. Is the way they made him chief of army staff and he's talking nonsense. I want to read a verse in the Bible, something that in the Torah, the original Bible, something that Samuel said. Not this one, the Europeans added their own to it. The original word of God, the Torah. And Samuel said, as your sword has made women childless, so will your mother be childless among women. And Samuel put Agag to death before the Lord at Gilgal. I want Fulani Janjaweed to understand. As you have made many mothers childless and turned women to widows, so shall you also be childless. Your children will bear. As I see, by the time we are done with what we are doing, the world will record IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu as mad people. That's what I want. You people are about to see madness, the type you've never seen before. All that money you're saving, you're accumulating and stealing and depositing in Dubai, UAE government will eat it. All the money you have stolen and put in England, the Bank of England will take it. Your children cannot eat it. Oh, you think you can kill other people's children and you're only walking about very free. You people are jokers, honestly.
You own businesses everywhere in Nigeria. For that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We'll all have
the very oldest language on the face of this very earth.
Because I can say that from what I have just listened from you, it's just not ordinary.
Very wonderful. When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that
knows majority. One name when did the Okay, Chuku, Amalanti, Asinubeluo, Amalanti, Okumu, Amalanti, Asigechigapo, Ifibeda, Omo, Akaselili.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that has connected to this program. Please, as you join, like and share. That is the contribution you can make to spread this gospel. As you join us on this platform, like and share the program. That is the first thing you do. Try and make sure you bring at least one person. Share it in your WhatsApp group. Share the program to your family and friends, even to our enemies. Share it to them so that they can have the opportunity to hear us. And equally, come here. If they have the boldness, they can come here and ask us questions. Our purpose of this platform is not to instigate violence. We do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to attack people or to attack individuals. We do not come here to preach hate speech. All we do in this platform is to continue to give a voice to our leaders, give a voice to the cause of Biafra, and present Biafra to the world as the only remedy to the failed state, Nigeria. We have come once again, as we always do, and I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greetings according to your time zone, wherever you are watching us from. Either you are watching on TikTok, you are watching on Facebook, or you are watching on YouTube, where we are hosting the program. I appreciate you and I welcome you to this very platform as we commence our program of the day. Regardless the challenges that we face, regardless the obstacles, the attack that is coming from right, left, and center, we must continue to be consistent in our request, consistent in our demand, consistent in our speech. Do not get distracted. I can understand there are so many distractions that have made some of us to become weak, distraction that have made some of us to decide to abandon the cause, distraction that have made some people to chicken out. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. There is no other two ways. There is no going back. It is forward ever and backward never. And there is no other alternative. If there were to be other alternative, I bet you I will preach it and I will equally like to adopt that. But as it stands today, the only remedy to the failed state called Nigeria, the only remedy remains Biafra. And when we say Biafra is the only remedy, do not misunderstand us for those who are not Biafrans, but they are genuinely seeking for a place where they can be secure, a place where they can call their own, a home, a country they can boldly defend. People from other regions, from other ethnicities, from other nations that are concerned about the failed state Nigeria, when you hear us present Biafra as the only remedy, do not get agitated. All we are saying is disintegration remains the only alternative. Let there be peaceful separation. As Biafra gets their independence, the core north, the Arewa people, we have their caliphate. The Yorubas, we establish their monarchical system, enjoy it to the best as they can. The Biafrans, we have their circular system and enjoy it. The Middle Belters can equally apply whatever system suits them. That is all we mean when we say Biafra is the only remedy. As a Biafran, there is no other remedy that we can see except this. Genuinely, our call is not a call for violence. It is not a call for disorder. It is not a hate speech. It is a call for concern of humanity and mankind in the contraption called Nigeria. And we will continue to make this call. It does not matter what the enemy says or what they do, we will continue to make this call. And it is because of that call that we have a special day called Monday Sit-At-Home. Every blessed Monday, a day that Biafrans exercise their civil disobedience. Biafrans exercise civil disobedience on their own. Nobody is being forced. Nobody is being coerced. This is something we have seen that worked and continue to work for us. Because in the contraption called Nigeria, where we find ourselves, is a country where you cannot protest. You cannot even speak your mind. You can't air your opinion. So Biafrans have been able to derive a better means of expressing themselves and putting their requests forward all the way from Nnamdi Kanu to Mazi Simon Ekpa to where we are now through Sit-At-Home. It has worked wonderfully well. The Sit-At-Home helps to save life. The Sit-At-Home helps to keep you safe while you are making your request. Keep you safe while the world exists. The Sit-At-Home is drawing the attention of everyone to your plight. The Biafran people have used civil disobedience effectively. So many people have other things to say about it. So many people have other understanding about the Sit-At-Home, but I'm telling you exactly what it is, what it means to us who are genuinely seeking for Biafra. For those of us who are genuinely seeking for Biafra, the Sit-At-Home is a sacrifice that we have to make by ourselves, by our own, a decision Biafrans made by themselves. The Nigerian government that we know, a lying government, have tried by all means necessary to demonize the Sit-At-Home. They have thrown every single thing they have, every single weapon on that Sit-At-Home. They blackmailed it. They took innocent life. They said so many things. They make it look violent. They tell you that it's being enforced. All these lies we are told to remove that thing that gives you the right to express yourself. Sit-At-Home was speaking volume, and the world was paying attention. People were listening, old, young. People who do not know what was happening in Biafra land began to pay attention. And the people in power became agitated. They went to work and they created so many false flag operations in Biafra land. There were so many false flags everywhere in Biafra land, using their Ebubago precisely. Ebubago was indicted precisely. We have our sister, Lolo Neka, who is on the ground, and she made investigation on those who are perpetrating the insecurity in the Southeast, those who are committing the atrocities. And our sister, Lolo Neka, came out with a credible information. But up to Tuesday, she has been shouting online and say, call me out to testify anywhere. Bring me even to the court to testify that she is ready. She has been shouting and talking. Nobody pays attention to her. Not the illegitimate governors in Biafra land, not the illegitimate politicians in Abuja, not anybody goes to that woman to listen to what she has, the information she has. She equally went ahead to say that she can take an oath in a shrine. Because people tend to say that the Bible or your Quran doesn't work fast. So when it comes to the deities, they don't spare you. She has offered to stand in a shrine and take an oath and testify of what she has seen on those who are perpetrating evil in Biafra. But nobody pays attention to it. But will that make us to stop? We will never stop. So today, as you all know, is Monday, a special day dedicated to the supreme leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to demand for his unconditional release and the unconditional release of every Biafran political prisoner anywhere in that zoological republic, including, in extension, as we speak, our Prime Minister, Mazi Samane. The Monday Sit-At-Home speaks volume. It is the day that will delegitimize everyone that is operating under the government of Nigeria. It is a day that will show the world that Nigerian government have lost legitimacy in Biafran territory. It is a day that we use to show to the world that Nigeria is not in control of Biafra, that they are occupying force. It is a day that we draw the attention of the international community to Biafra land and the Biafran plight. It has been working amazingly well, all the way from Nnamdi Kanu till Mazi Simon Ekpa, who picked it up on the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. I can bet you Sit-At-Home on Monday was one of the things that kept Nnamdi Kanu alive and on front line today. They have finally made the international community to weigh in. And today, the case of Nnamdi Kanu is no longer a local case. It's not about Nigerian government or Nigerian local politics. No. International bodies are now paying attention to what is going on. And I bet you a lot is going to happen. It doesn't matter the amount they pay to lobbyists. It doesn't matter the amount they spend. Truth cannot be buried anymore. Truth cannot be ignored anymore. So wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwuka Kabiama to pay attention. As you join us on this platform, pay attention to every single information that comes. Remember, this is a platform for public opinion. You are entitled to your opinion. I am entitled to mine. If you have a superior argument, I will gladly bring you up for you to speak. All you need to do is to send me a request. Either you are watching on TikTok, or you're watching on Facebook, or you're watching on YouTube. Send a request. I will bring it up, and then you can come up with your superior argument. You must not agree with everything I say. All we do here is to engage in a constructive argument, and then the people of the world we judge, more especially the Biafrans, can be able to make their decision on what they want. I am not going to decide for you. Neither will you decide for me. And that is why you see the cry for self-referendum by Nnamdi Kanu. Self-referendum by Mazi Simon Ekpa. And Mazi Simon Ekpa went an extra mile to conduct that self-referendum. He conducted it, and more than 50 million Biafrans came out and said, we are good to go. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. You can hate him. You can like him. You can't beat that record. And that record stands. So wherever you are watching this program this very morning, I urge you in the name of Chukwuka Kabiama to please join us with an open heart. Join us. Everything we say might not be sweet to you, might not be palatable. You might not agree, but be patient and equally be bold to come out and challenge us and then present a superior argument for people to learn. Nobody knows it all. All we are doing is to broaden arguments so that things can be able to be opened up. Forget about your sentiment. Don't be too emotional. Being too emotional has become one of the major problems we have as Biafrans. We are too emotional when it comes to the issue of Biafra. When we fall in love with a certain group or a certain person or a certain individual, sometimes we go overboard to ignore the sensible things, the critical things, sensitive things that are happening because of our emotion. So in 2026, as I said in my first broadcast, that we need to be checking on our emotions so that we can be able to tap into this opportunity that presents itself in Nigeria today. There is a great opportunity. There is a great opportunity in Nigeria today that we cannot afford to waste or miss. That is why we continue consistently on our civil disobedience. I continue to preach the message on continue talking about the sit-at-home on Monday, civil disobedience. For you to know the reason why you be part of it, you should be part of it. Today, our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu has completely been taken out from us and sent to the headquarters of the caliphate in the territory of the enemy. They decide where he goes, what he said, what he eats, how he moves and who he talks to. The same caliphate that we know that are responsible for the genocide against the Biafrans. Today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in their net. So if there is any time we need to pay attention and demand for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, it is now. If there is any time we will show anger, we will show that we disapprove of what the government of Nigeria is doing, it is now. How do you show that? Nobody is going to tell you to go out and protest, because you know that protesting in Nigeria is a suicide mission. Nobody is going to ask you to go and protest. All we are going to ask you is that, please, on your own, see it reasonable to participate on the sit-at-home. If you are in Biafra land, be part of the sit-at-home. Sacrificing one day in a week, it is not too much. Our Supreme Nnamdi Kanu have sacrificed everything sacrificable. Until now, he's still sacrificing. So giving out one day alone is not too much to draw attention of the world and demand for the unconditional release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, a man who was illegally convicted. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was convicted without a written law. It is not a joke. It is not just a propaganda. You can Google it up. You can check it up. The conviction of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was based on unwritten law. That was why we saw the popular statement of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which says, "Omotosho, show me the law." Omotosho, show me the law. He was convicted without a written law. Only for us to find out that the law that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was convicted was a repealed law. A law that doesn't exist, a repealed law. And this happened in a country where they have lawyers, senior advocates, judges, human rights. They were all there. A man was convicted without a written law. And he was shouting in the court, "Show me the law." It was never shown to him. Instead, he was shot out of the court and they pronounced their illegal sentence on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. As if that is not enough, they gave him a life sentence. In the same country where a Boko Haram member, a convicted Boko Haram that is confirmed that have taken thousands of lives, was given 11 years imprisonment for terrorism. But somebody that has not committed any crime, has not been seen with any ammunition or weapon, has not been caught in any warfare, has not been seen in anywhere attacking anybody, was given a life sentence. And you want me to keep silent? You want me to go back to sleep and sleep? I'm not going to be silent, neither will I sleep. I will continue to speak about the illegal detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the illegal detention of Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, who the Finland authority today are still holding. What crime did Mazi Simon commit? Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting for self-determination. How could you detain a man for self-determination? They say he was instigating violence. What is instigation of violence when you tell your people to defend themselves? Self-defense is a natural law supported by every law in this planet Earth. Every law on the planet of every country in this planet Earth supports self-defense. It's a natural law. Supports self-defense. International law supports it. African peoples and human rights law, including the Zoological Republic law, supports self-defense. That was what Mazen Simon Ekpa was preaching. When the loss of life has become so much, the attack and the recruitment of the terrorists in Nigerian army became obvious and open. They made it open. It became a free ride for them. There is no other thing that do than encourage our people to defend themselves. That was what Mazen Simon Ekpa did. That was the crime he committed. Self-defense. The same thing that Jackson did, that Jackson was released. Jackson that was defending himself against the terrorists. A Fulani terrorist stabbed Johnson, and Johnson overpowered him, took out the knife, and gave him twice. And he lost his life. And Johnson was sentenced to death. And the whole world was outraged. That was exactly the same thing you can compare to the case of Mazen Simon Ekpa. the people who were coming every blessed day, taking the innocent life of his people, attacking his, there were blood flowing everywhere in Biafra land. The forest occupied, nobody arrested, nobody protecting them, and Mazi Samareko volunteered himself to direct them, guide them, and preach self-defense. When they saw that Biafrans were applying self-defense, now they took Mazi Samareko away, sentenced him for 6 years. What crime had he committed? Self-defense, preaching self-determination. And you want us to be silent. We will not be silent. We will continue to speak. And that is why today, being Monday, we have taken a topic which says, Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home. Truth as a revolution act and the collapse of the old world order. This is what we are going to discuss today. Tighten up your seatbelt. Feel free to join us to bring your superior argument or contributions when the time comes. The title of the message says, Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home. Truth as a revolution act. Truth as a revolution act. The collapse of the old world order. The collapse of the old world order. This is what we are going to discuss today, and we will try as much as we can to trash and treat this very topic as much as we can. So I welcome every one of you once again that have joined us on this very broadcast today, wherever you are connecting from, any part of the world you are joining us from, you are welcome. If you are joining us from Iran, you're joining us from Israel, you're joining us from the United States, Europe, America, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Asia, you're joining us from Biafra land, wherever you are joining from, I welcome you and I appreciate you for being part of this program. I welcome everyone that is joining, every oppressed person, wherever you are and you are oppressed, you are welcome to this program this morning. This morning program is not just an ordinary morning program. It is not just another ordinary Monday program. Today is Biafra Monday. A special Monday. We all know that. Nobody's going to take it away from us. And on days like this, we don't speak carelessly. On days like this on Monday, we don't speak carelessly. We speak with clarity. We speak with discipline. We speak with truth. Because in a country like Nigeria, telling the truth has become a revolutionary act. If you can hear my voice this morning, I want you to pause, take a deep breath, and understand one thing very, very clearly. This broadcast is not about hate. This broadcast is about truth, and truth is power. Have this at the back of your mind as we progress on this very program. The program we are hosting is not about hate. It is about truth. And know it that truth is power. I want to say this very clearly. Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home is not violence. Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home is not violence. It is discipline. It is collective consciousness. It is a people saying, we are aware. We refuse to be ignored. That is what Monday Sit-At-Home is all about. Sit-At-Home is not about fear. It is about control of our own space. It is about withholding consent from a system that has failed us. When a people decide peacefully to shut down their street, their markets, their movements, they are sending a message louder than guns. We do not consent to our own oppression. That's what you are saying. We do not consent to our oppression. This is why Biafra Monday terrifies the Nigerian state. It terrifies them. They don't want to hear it. They can't stand it. Each time they hear it, they get agitated. And Mazen Nnamdi told us, those things you know that when you say it or when you do it, Nigeria will be on their toes. Continue to do it. That's the right thing to do. We do not consent to our own oppression. That is why Biafra Monday terrifies the Nigerian state. Not because of violence. When they tell you, oh, Monday Sit-At-Home, they are not talking about Monday Sit-At-Home or castigating it because of violence. No. But because of unity and consistency. The kind of unity they see among the ordinary people, the same people they think that they cannot unite, the same people they thought they cannot be led, the same people they thought they can't speak in one voice, they saw them uniting themselves in civil disobedience every Monday. They see the consistency for many years. That is why it terrifies them. Empires can crush protest. Empires can arrest voices. But empires panic when millions of people become disciplined and united. Now you understand why they are so scared and they don't want to hear anything called civil disobedience. It is not violence. Not because of the violence. That's not why they are shouting and talking. In Nigeria today, truth is dangerous. The most dangerous thing in Nigeria, when you are in Nigeria today, is to tell the truth. So let us talk about that. In a healthy society, truth corrects leadership. But in Nigeria, truth exposes leadership. Truth exposes leadership in Nigeria. That is why they are so scared about it. That is why truth is haunted in Nigeria. That is why truth is labeled hate speech in Nigeria. You speak the truth, they call it hate speech. Open your mouth, you say the truth, they call it hate speech. That is why truth tellers are jailed, harassed, and silenced. Like it was done to Nnamdi Kanu. Like it's been done to Mazen Simon, and so many other people who have been sentenced and put to jail simply because they told the truth. Because lies are the fuel of Nigeria's survival. The only thing that keeps Nigeria alive is lies. That is why they are so scared about the truth. Whenever you speak the truth about the situation of Nigeria, whenever you make a sincere report about the situation of Nigeria, they get agitated, they get mad. They lie about insecurity. They lie about unity. They lie about justice. They lie about equality. Everything is lies. The worst of all, they lie to the poor masses, especially the Biafran people. They lie to the Biafran people. I want to say this clearly. Poverty in Nigeria is not an accident. It is a policy sustained by lies. Poverty in Nigeria is not an accident. It is a policy sustained by lies. And when you tell the poor the truth, you give them the most dangerous gift of all, awareness. That is what they are scared of. That is what the Nigerian government is scared of. Very, very scared about it. A lot is happening. And we thank Chukwu Okike that the truth has come to stay. In this era that we find ourselves, in this new world order, under the new president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, the truth cannot be hidden. Under the Republican government, the truth cannot be hidden. I am speaking about the case of the Nigerian situation now. It doesn't matter the amount of billions you pay. It doesn't matter the amount of money you pour in. The truth cannot be hidden. Now, let us look beyond Nigeria. Let's look beyond Nigeria issue. For decades, the world has been controlled by an old global order. For many decades, an order rooted in British imperial influence. An order that has been controlling this world is rooted in British imperial influence, elite interests, and manufactured narratives. We have seen them over and over again. An order where Africa provides resources, the West control the narrative, local elites enforce oppression. This has been going on for many decades. But as we speak now, something has changed. Something has changed. Whether people like Donald Trump or hate him, Donald J. Trump disrupts the order. And that is one joy that we have. It's not that Donald Trump is going to hand us Biafra in a platter of gold. It's not that Donald Trump is an angel. It's not that Donald Trump is a god. But there's an important disruption that is coming from Donald Trump that is very important for the oppressed to be free. If we must be free, this disruption that we are seeing today under Donald J. Trump is necessary. Very, very necessary. Whether people like him or hate him, Donald J. Trump disrupts the order that is keeping people captive. The old world order is being disrupted today. And I bet you it is going to work to our own advantage. He said what was not supposed to be said. Every single thing they don't, a regular politician will not say. Donald J. Trump will say it. He challenged institutions that were never meant to be questioned. You see Donald J. Trump pulling the United States away from so many United Nations organizations that have held people captive, including WHO, World Health Organization, that we know that is a criminal institution. Donald J. Trump challenged institutions that were never meant to be challenged or questioned. He exposed the hypocrisy of global power structure. Pay good attention. Because this is the old world order that is being manipulated by the British all the way from the Buckingham Palace. That is why the Biafrans should rejoice with the presence of Donald Trump. That is why we rejoice. That is why we don't. Because we know breaking that world order, we losing the grip of the British in Nigeria. And that will lead to the freedom of the Biafran people. Listen carefully. When the global order shakes, local operation also weakens. When the global order shakes, local operation weakens. This is a fact that you cannot deny. That is why Nigeria's elites are nervous. Very, very nervous. Because their legitimacy is borrowed. Their authority is sponsored by the British. Their survival depends on silence and global cover. That is how the manipulation in the Zoological Republic survived. The contraption, the institution, the company called Nigeria is surviving because of the silence and global cover they get, which is managed by the British. But when truth spreads from Washington to Africa, the poor begins to connect the dots. Just like every one of us is connecting the dots today. If you are not yet connecting the dots, sorry, go back to sleep. When we go to the promised land, we will wake you up. If you are of age, you are an African descent of age at this time, you have not yet connected the dots. Go back to sleep. When the time comes, you know. Biafra is not just a land. Biafra is truth movement. That is why I always say that Biafra is the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Because it's only truth that can challenge that lie, crumble it, and make people have a responsible and reasonable life. Biafra is not just a land. Biafra is a truth movement. It is the truth that Nigeria never worked for everyone. Nigeria has never worked for everyone. Not, I can even tell you that not for anyone, only for the few criminals. The federation was forced, not agreed. These are the truths that they don't want to confront. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants you to say it. Once you say it, they tag you an enemy. Either they call you an instigator or they call you, say they're making a hate speech. But these are truths that cannot be hidden. Nigeria never works for everyone. Nigeria Federation was forced, not agreed. The Biafran people have paid the highest price any human being can pay to be alive. The Biafran people have paid the greatest price any creature can pay to survive. That is why Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home matters a lot. It matters. You might not know the level, the strength, the energy that is derived from this Sit-At-Home, the effect of the Monday Sit-At-Home. You don't know. You will not know until you pay close attention. And I pray that we begin to pay attention. I pray we begin to pay attention and stop ignoring things. It is education without classroom. Monday Sit-At-Home is education without classroom. It is protest without violence. It is resistance without hatred. That is the exact interpretation of Monday civil disobedience. And this truth is what they don't want you to be part of. Nigeria is so terrified about this truth. The criminals who are operating that company called Nigeria are so terrified with these facts. Our Monday civil disobedience is education without classroom. It educates a lot of people. The entire world have been educated about the situation of Nigeria. The entire world have been educated about the situation of Biafran people every Monday. It is a protest without violence. A protest that when you set your satellite in Biafra land, you see deserted place. You see empty shop locked up. You see empty road. A protest without any single violence. From day one, there has never been. That is why the government of Nigeria tried to introduce violence into it. Created so many false flags into it. But I thank Chukwu Okike that they failed woefully. They failed. It is resistant without hatred. The Biafran people, we don't hate anybody. We do not hate anybody. We don't hate anybody, no matter your religion, no matter your race, no matter, including the Janjaweed. We don't extend hatred. They are the ones that declare their hatred. And we throw it back to them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, while he was in detention, was paying for people. He was getting lawyers to free the Hausas in detention. People who do not have anybody to speak to them, regardless where they are, he was doing. As we speak, even in Sokoto, where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still paying for people in Sokoto to be freed. I'm talking about Muslims. I'm talking about the Fulanis, the Hausas, who are illegally detained unnecessarily. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu provides them with lawyer, make the payment for them. As we speak today. So our Biafra resistance is without hatred. We don't hate anybody. All we are asking is a peaceful disintegration of the contraction called Nigeria. To your tent, O Israel. Go your separate ways. Build that very system that is unique to you. We have different value system. The North have a different value system with the Southwest. The Southwest have a different value system with the Southeast. And when we talk about the Southeast, we are talking about the old Southeastern region. There is nothing like South-South. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. We are talking about the original order of geography. Southeast, the old Southeastern region that everybody is known. We have the same value system. And the Middle Belt have the same value system. The only request we are making is that every region should go back and build themselves, be who they want to be. That is all we're asking, nothing more. Is it too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? But instead of listening, they continue to attack us, dehumanize us, demonize our genuine civil disobedience. A democratic way for people to air their opinion peacefully. They demonize it. They try to talk you out of it. That today, some people will even join them. A Biafran will join them to fight against himself. Biafra civil disobedience Monday Sit-At-Home is powerful. It is education without classroom. It is protest without violence. It is resistance without hatred. And to the poor masses listening this morning, let me speak directly to you. Poor masses that are listening. Your enemy is not your neighbor. Your enemy is not the lie that keeps you poor. Your enemy is not your neighbor. Your enemy is not the lie that keeps you poor. When the truth enters a village, corruption trembles. When the truth enters a market, fear loses its grip. That is why they fear Biafra consciousness, because truth cannot be on land. We will continue to do what we have to do. You're welcome. You're welcome, African Mayor. You're welcome. Thank you for joining, African Mayor. Can you hear me, African Mayor? Can you hear me?
I greet you. Mr. Chief, I greet you. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
I want you
to talk to us before I continue.
Just continue your good work. The Lord is your strength. One day we are going to be there.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, my fellow Biafrans, as I'm saying, we must continue to pay attention to these facts. These are things we must know. When the truth enters a village, corruption trembles. When the truth enters a market, fear loses its grip. That is why they fear Biafra consciousness, because truth cannot be on land. Truth that is built in you, nobody can take away the truth. That is why you see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Throughout the process of his court, he was not shaking for one day. He comes to the court, he laughed. Even when people see, he was facing a case that had to take his life. But he was never afraid one day. He was never scared one day. We never saw him one day where he was exercising fear, saying, oh, because of this or because of that. No, no, no. He stood his ground. Even when they were playing the record of what he said in his broadcast, you cannot find anyone to indict him. Every broadcast of Nnamdi Kanu from A to Z, none of those broadcasts was able to indict him. That is to show you how good and intelligent he was. That what he was preaching is not hate. We Biafrans, we don't hate. Up to today, Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto is paying for prisoners from the north, getting lawyers for them to free them. He did that in 2015 when they arrested him. He's still doing it today. But when they want to demonize us, they give us name. They say we are attacking people. They can say we are doing this. They criminalize every single thing we do. But will that make us to run away? Never. Remember the word of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. They fear Biafra consciousness because truth cannot be on land. Always have this at the back of your mind. Discipline, unity, consistency cannot be challenged. I want to issue this reminder with love and fairness. Without unity, truth is weak. I want every Biafran, every genuine Biafran that cares about our future, our freedom, I want you to know that without unity, truth is weak. Without discipline, resistance collapses. Without consistency, movement dies. Biafra Monday only works. This is our Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home civil disobedience. Only works when we stay peaceful, we stay disciplined, when we stay united. It will work more than ever before. Always have that at the back of your mind. Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home civil disobedience only works when we stay peaceful, we stay disciplined, we stay united. It will work like nothing you can ever imagine. Do not give the oppressor an excuse. Do not sabotage your own struggle as a Biafra. Don't. Do not turn a moral advantage into chaos. We have a very high moral advantage as we speak. But please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu, do not turn it into chaos. Our strength is in our character. In case you don't know, history does not remember the loudest people. History remember the most disciplined movement. That is what history remembers. The most disciplined movement. Wherever you are, whoever you are, you must be paying attention. We are in a very critical time. And as it stands today, the gate is open. The change in the world order is something we must pay attention. I'm going to play a video today that I would like everybody to pay attention to. You are going to learn a lot. Some of you that do not know, when you see Biafrans celebrating Donald Trump and what he's doing, he might not get it 100%. We are not saying he's an angel or he's Christ or who is our savior or what. No. But I tell you, there is an interest that he has that has everything to do with our own interest. And when this interest meets, it will only produce a positive result for us and for them. But are we ready to key in? Can we be able to organize ourselves disciplined and key in? That is the question. The $1 million question that we must answer wherever we are. My fellow Biafrans, today we are discussing Biafra Monday Sit-At-Home, truth as a revolutionary act and the collapse of the old world order. It is a very important topic in 2026 with all the things that is happening. And today, a special day that you all know. I pray that Chukwu Okikabiyama will keep us awake and give us that wisdom to pay attention and do what we have to do. You're welcome, my beloved brother Christian. Thank you so much for joining, bro Christian.
Yeah, morning, Master.
Hello, my brother. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take the mic and talk to us, my brother.
Okay, Master. Yeah, I'm Chinese now. I'm with video he playing. But so
I wanted you to make your opening speech, then I will play the video.
All right. Well, we thank God another sit-at-home day. Using the opportunity to thank Biafrans, that will continue to be steadfast because this sit-at-home is one weapon that we have. They can't take that away from us, So when we come out to demonstrate, we know what they do. They use it as an opportunity to shoot at us. So we just have to sit at home. They can't do nothing about that. Why we make our case to the world, So yeah, that is just it is what it is. Nnamdi Kanu and our PM, we continue to pray that God will continue to uphold them. So the world is aware of what is going on. So everything, one of these days, will be a history, and we'll be able to tell our history. Thank you so much, my brother, Choose, for your steadfastness too, So that is just the secret. We must continue. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. I appreciate you for that statement. So now we go to this very video I'm about to play. I want us to pay attention to the details of this.
100 years ago, when the United States...
Some of us are not paying attention. Like some people are just sentimental, or you just run with information that they are being fed with and all of this. I want you to pay close attention. That whatever Biafrans people are doing and whatever we are saying, we know what you are saying, and we are 1,000 miles ahead of others. Just like in the situation of Nigeria, everything that happens in Nigeria today is something that the Biafran people have seen many years ago. We talked about it and they rejected it. But at the end of the day, they come back to it. Look at the drama of Nigeria today. Every single thing you see them seem as if maybe it's what they are clamoring for today. These are things that we have put on the table many years ago, many decades ago, and they rejected it. So Biafrans are people who are always ahead of time. That is why wherever they focus, whatever you see them pointing at, I say,
yeah.
So I want us to pay close attention to this video. Maybe after listening to this video, you can be able to pick up why the Biafrans are interested in this Republican government under Donald Trump. I want us to pay close attention to this very video.
There was a time about 100 years ago when the United
States...
You want to say something?
Yeah, because to be honest with you, how we do, right? We call it the way it is, the way we see it. Because what you just said about Biafrans, there's something very unique about Biafrans. Even considering like Buhari, for example, how many times he campaigned, he was rejected by Biafrans. Why the people were clamoring around him? Because Biafrans knew that this guy was a sadist who was going to bring destruction to humanity. And if you watch, you see the point that before the last United States presidential election, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, I saw it. This I was not told. I saw it. She was out there campaigning for Trump, urging Biafrans. I don't know if you saw that video. She was urging Biafrans to go out there and do the needful. They know whom to vote for. That is President Trump, because before that too, our PM was doing the same. Nnamdi Kanu was doing the same. So we always know. Yes. We as Biafran, we know. I mean, come on now. So everybody have seen the result. You know that Trump is just. He's on a divine mandate too, you know. Again, everybody's not gonna like what he does, how he's doing it, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the will of God, what God wants is what's gonna prevail at the end. Now, if there's I just said this to say that you know, it's because it's like where your mind is, that is where you put your money to, stuff like that. So for her, it's not somebody. It's not like I'm just putting her there. It's not like I'm vouching for her or making any stamp of authority. I'm not doing that because that's the much I know, right? So from that time, from the time of the redeclaration till now, I don't know if there's anything they are doing underneath, you know, underground. It's not visible. I don't know. I don't see it. But maybe somebody is doing something. But I won't be able to say. This is the person doing it or that, you know, because I don't know, right? But one thing I do know is that I think we can all agree that somebody somewhere is doing something, no matter how little it is, and it's rubbing off, you know, we can see the effect of it slightly, you know, but I don't know who it is. Even sometimes I watch other guys too, the way they say things they say, I don't know. So I really don't have any I don't have any crystal ball to know if this Fulani business, she's Fulani, she's this, she's that. I don't know. Nobody still till this day, you know, because it's a continuous accusation, but there's no concrete evidence to it. If I see, I will know, and when I know, I know. Right, so that is just what it is. But why I've not really I won't come out to endorse completely is that I don't have also the evidence that she's this or she's that or whatever. So it is what it is, my brother. Thank you so much. I just want to throw that out there, you know. So
okay, so let's listen to this very video. I want us to pay close attention to this video. Let's listen to what this woman has to say. We are going to learn a great lesson from this message. I want us to pay attention.
There was a time about 100 years ago when the United States military knew exactly who the real enemy was. And it wasn't Russia, and it wasn't China. It was Britain. In the 1920s, the U.S.
Did you hear that? So many people will be shocked with the statement of this woman. But I want to, as she goes further, you will begin to understand this message that this woman is delivering and what she's saying. I want us to pay close attention. And while you are listening, you begin to use your mind to connect the dots. How they have tried to pinch Donald Trump against Putin and against China and all that. That has been the front news everywhere with this Western news and all that. Yeah. But I want us to pay close attention to this woman. After the illustration, you can be able to put this together and you begin to add this up.
Yeah, Maz, you know, the first statement she made, my attention was distracted, but I can understand where she's going because I'm also a student of geopolitics. But carry on, let's just, you know.
Yeah. There was a time about 100 years ago when the United States military knew exactly who the real enemy was. And it wasn't Russia, and it wasn't China. It was Britain. In the 1920s, the U.S. military developed something called War Plan Red, a detailed contingency plan for war with the British Empire, with Canada as Britain's proxy. And right now, Donald Trump is dusting off a modern version of that same plan. Now, if you're watching the mainstream media, they're telling you Trump is recklessly threatening our alliances with his demands about Greenland. And Britain's premier foreign policy outlet, Chatham House, is now saying this about the United States. European leaders will remain concerned about Europe's ability to defend itself with a more unpredictable and even hostile U.S. And Chatham House also...
Did you see that? Unbelievable that the Europeans are now describing the United States as hostile.
As hostile.
The same United States that is protecting them.
Who said, God not asleep, oh? And who said that it's not...
Exactly, my brother. God know they sleep. He know they sleep.
Mazi, when we said, Nnamdi Kanu, Nwachineke, if there was any doubt, yeah, that he is supreme and that God reigned in heaven and on earth and even on earth beneath, these are your answers. Apart from Kanu, if I want only if I'm go within this weekend, right?
Yes.
Then I came to the conclusion that truly, he is God and he can do whatever he pleases. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing, neither you nor me can do about it because he's God. And if you think that, because if Britain, Iko July.
Oh, to go final. What's it for? You overflow.
These people conspired, millions of Biafrans, crying unto the good God for nothing. Not only were they taken out, then you suppress it, you hide it, and you never see the light of day. No compensation, no apology, no amendment. You don't, not even to try and, make a change. Look into the mirror. No, continue to. And Abia, bro, what a time to be alive.
Let's see her. Let's continue.
Continue, my brother.
Also reported that in December, Denmark's military intelligence service classified the United States as a security risk for the first time. But here's what they're not telling you. Trump isn't threatening our alliances. He's ending 80 years of British control over American foreign policy.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Of course.
And he's doing it by
again, maybe we interval kind of, because if Trump na bongo, it's like, how can I put it now? The whole thing is coming together.
It is coming together. It has everything to do with these people.
100%. So it is coming together to form a volcano because over the years, centuries, over there and over there,
that is why the United States pulled themselves away from all these idiotic organizations that are filled everywhere.
100%. You see, we've always feel this part. We always have this feeling that there's a reason why God brought Trump. And not only did he bring him, he protected him because actually they wanted to take him out.
Yes.
No, it doesn't matter what happens. It just doesn't matter. Any one of us, they can do whatever they please. It doesn't matter. The one that God allows them, right? But the that is Trump, that he has overcome them. Because actually the guy, but he has overcome. Thank you, my brother. Carry on.
Having the strategic clarity that our military once had when they created War Plan Red. I'm Susan Kokinda, and for 50 years I've tracked the British Empire's tactics and institutions. And I can tell you what you're watching right now is endgame. So if this is your kind of fight, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button to stay in touch and so we can spread our outreach. So today I'm going to show you 3 things. Why NATO leaders are now discussing protecting Greenland from the United States. I'm going to talk about the forgotten War Plan Red, when America's military actually planned for war against Britain. And third, how Trump is taking on the monopolies at home, that these are the same British financial interests that shape the post-war world, and they also run the cartels strangling your housing and your health care. Now, if you're watching the mainstream media, they're telling you Trump wants Greenland for its minerals or its military bases, or it's about Russia and China. Well, there are elements to some of that, but there's much, much more. Look at what the foreign policy establishment is actually panicking about. The Atlantic Council, NATO's outpost here in the United States, just published a piece titled, "Trump's Quest for Greenland Could Be NATO's Darkest Hour." And Bloomberg reported that the United Kingdom and Germany are now discussing deploying NATO forces to Greenland to protect it from the United States. Let that sink in. NATO allies are discussing how to protect a NATO member from the United States, the supposed leader of NATO. Here's what Chatham House is really worried about. The cornerstone of NATO policy, Article 5, which triggers U.S. military support for NATO members. Here's what they say. The U.S., NATO's most powerful country by far, threatening to attack a NATO member state further damages Article 5's credibility. You bet it does. But it gets even more interesting. They continue, and they say, traditional alliance systems are reshaping daily, and European states might find they need support from other South American or other global South states in the future. And then the folks at Chatham House are very worried about the reports of potential U.S. cooperation deal on Arctic energy projects, and they got even more nervous in November with the 28-point peace plan, which includes joint Russian-U.S. plans for rare earth mineral extraction in the Arctic. Did you catch that? Europe may have to realign with the global South while the U.S. is working on Arctic economic deals with Russia. This is the British establishment admitting that Trump has broken their carefully crafted post-World War II Atlantic system. And here's the kicker about Greenland itself. The idea that Greenland belongs to Denmark is purely an artifact of imperial policy. Greenland didn't even get self-government until 2009, and it still has no power over its own foreign policy, currency, or defense. Denmark controls all of that. And according to the Danish media, those tensions recently broke out between Greenlandic and Danish parliamentarians, with one Greenlander accusing Denmark of neo-colonial methods. And opposition leaders in Greenland are now saying they want to negotiate directly with the United States, not through Copenhagen. So when Trump talks about Greenland, he's really talking about dismantling one of the last vestiges of European colonial control in the Western Hemisphere. And NATO, the military arm of that old imperial system, knows that if Greenland goes, the whole structure starts to crumble. Now, if you're finding this history eye-opening, if you're realizing there's a whole framework for understanding the British Empire's operations that you never heard before, you should go to the Promethean Action website and subscribe to our free newsletter. But let's dig deeper into why Greenland matters strategically. Everyone keeps saying it's about Russia and China. And yes, there are Russian and Chinese elements to this. But what if they aren't your main enemy? What if the real concern is Britain and Canada? Now pull out a map and look at the world from the North Pole down. Greenland sits right between Britain and North America. And of course, the northern part of North America is Canada. What's the significance of that? Think about this geography when we look at War Plan Red, because War Plan Red was a contingency plan for war with Britain, and Canada was the key proxy. This plan was approved and updated under the tenure of Navy Secretary Charles Francis Adams III. Now, names do matter in history. Charles Francis Adams III was not just a bureaucrat. He was the great-grandson of President John Quincy Adams, and he was the grandson of Charles Francis Adams Sr. Why is that significant? Because Charles Francis Adams Sr. was Abraham Lincoln's minister to Britain during the Civil War. He was the man on the ground in London, and he was the key figure who prevented the empire from diplomatically recognizing the Confederacy. This family understood the game. The grandfather spent the 1860s preventing the British from destroying the Union diplomatically. The grandson spent the 1920s preparing contingencies for a British attack on the U.S. They understood that the Republic and the Empire are incompatible forms of government. And for the last 80 years, we've forgotten that lesson. But Donald Trump is simply dusting off a modern version of War Plan Red, a war for political and economic sovereignty from empires and monarchies. Now, if you're finding this history eye-opening, if you're realizing there's a whole framework for understanding the British Empire's operations that you never heard before, you should go to the Promethean Action website and subscribe to our free newsletter. Because when you look at the fight from the standpoint of Republic versus Empire, everything President Trump is doing makes perfect sense. So use the link to subscribe. Because while President Trump dismantles the empire's rules-based order, he hasn't forgotten the domestic one. The same British financial interests that shaped the post-war strategic landscape run the monopolies right here in our own backyard. The empire doesn't just operate through monarchies and NATO. It operates through monopolistic cartels right here at home, protecting the financial interests that have strip mined the American middle class. And this week, Donald Trump targeted the two biggest burdens crushing the American people and especially young families: housing and health care. Look at Trump's Truth Social post. He announced he is immediately taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying single-family homes. For the last decade, these giant institutional investors, the Blackstones, the Vanguards, the State Streets, they've been gobbling up single-family housing stock. They swoop in, outbid young couples and other Americans, and turn what should be a family's primary asset into a permanent rental stream for a hedge fund. This was fulfilling the WEF's playbook of turning us into a nation of renters, owning nothing, and supposedly being happy. But by forcing these institutions to divest, the administration wants to flood the market with supply and bring prices back down to reality. And the markets aren't too happy with Trump's announcement. Barron's reported that real estate funds slipped after Trump's announcement this week. But Trump didn't stop there. Federal Housing Finance Director Bill Pulte called this investor ban just the first punch. He said the second punch was the direction to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to purchase up to $200 billion in mortgage-backed securities to begin to drive down mortgage rates. The effect of both of these actions was to immediately begin to bring some more mortgage rates down below 6%. Of course, the other huge burden is the cost of health care. We discussed that in the Wednesday briefing when Trump challenged Republicans in Congress to join him in the simple revolutionary concept of no money to the insurance companies, give it directly to the American people. But actually, the biggest cartel of all isn't housing, and it isn't even health care. It's the one Eisenhower warned us about, the military-industrial complex. And in a series of blistering posts, President Trump demanded that major defense contractors end their stock buybacks and cap their salaries. Think about this. These companies took taxpayer money meant for defense and used it to pump up their own stock prices instead of building ships or fixing planes. He's demanding that they stop being financial institutions and start being industrial ones. And the president has said that this economic message is the one he's going to deliver at Davos in a week and a half. Break the financial parasites so the real economy and real families can grow. So let's connect the dots. Trump's moves on Greenland aren't about territorial expansion. They're about ending NATO as an instrument of imperial control, securing the Western Hemisphere against countries which still operate under monarchies, like Britain, Denmark, and Canada. The War Plan Red framework shows us that the American military leadership once understood who the real enemy was, and Trump is reviving that clarity. And domestically, from Wall Street's housing grab to the Pentagon's stock buybacks, Trump is dismantling the cartels that have turned American citizens into serfs in their own country. But if you understand the game, and the real game goes back centuries, you can see exactly what Trump is doing and why it terrifies them. And when you understand the game, you can fight it effectively. That's what we do at Promethean Action. So head on over to our website and join the fight. Paying memberships and contributions give us the resources to do more and reach out even further. Because we have to build this fight now in 2026. There's no better way to celebrate the 250th anniversary of our independence than by finishing off the British Empire once and for all.
Once and for all.
So this has been your Monday Brief. Thanks for watching.
Please take a moment and subscribe.
Thank you, my brother. I say when I saw this video, I was listening and I was shaking.
Wow, Mazi, I'm I'm impressed that you're able to, you are doing your due diligence going through, researching, seeking knowledge, because knowledge is power, bro. I'm really, really impressed. I'm really, really impressed. You see, this is the thing. She talked, this woman, maybe I will go back into their website and read more, study more. She talked about the domestic issue, which is amazing. And also the external issue too, that has to do with, one can say, including the case of this Chatham House, you know, because that is where the decisions are made over who governs Nigeria, over who is in charge in Nigeria. You remember that? You see, so what is happening is so unprecedented in our history. Something is happening. If any, yeah, because
when this woman narrowed it down, addressing British as the real enemy.
100%.
The real enemy. I've been seeking for somebody to identify this. So it's not like these people they know what it takes. An extraordinary strength for somebody to come out and see someone like Donald Trump to arise.
Yeah, it takes that. Yeah.
You know that in his first tenure, even the Queen refused to shake him when he went to visit in UK.
Yeah.
And they have a handshake with him.
And they all ganged up to make sure he didn't return in the second term. Rig the election.
This late Pope that died.
Yeah. The election was.
They were in it together.
All of them. It's globalist. It's global war. A different kind.
I was just wondering. Sometimes I would just sit back and be wondering, what is this thing this kind of hate that they have on Donald Trump?
Yeah.
The King of England, the Queen of England, the Pope himself, and all of them ganged up.
Yeah.
They don't want to see him.
Even there's a move or plan for him to visit the king now. But we shall see how that is going to turn out, because the thing is that God is expediting the whole the exposure, the dark light is shining on dark places. I'm even my brother, because he had just announced February, the beginning of this February, which is around the corner, 10% tariff increase on them. 10% tariff on all these countries, all of them, including Finland. 10% tariff on them. And by June, is it June? I think June. If they don't do the right thing, it will go to 25% tariff. That will be a catastrophe. That would be recession. In other words, 25% on all these countries. So, and he has more card to play. Trump has more card to play.
More card, a lot.
So you ask yourself, because you know, me and you, if you remember, we've talked about this some few days or weeks ago, right?
Exactly,
you know. So these people, what the thing is that they truly, they don't even trust this Trump administration. They even see it as a hostile, as adversarial administration.
They are already addressing it as a hostile state.
Hostile state. But meanwhile, you guys say that Russia is a threat to you, and you want U.S. government to join hands with you to fight the one that poses threat to you. But you don't even trust that person you want to work with. To let him have it. So you see, we talked about it some time ago. I said, okay, he wants that Greenland, to enhance security cooperations and to be able to defend, because America have been defending these European nations for like going to a century, almost 80-something years. They've on their back. They've been carrying them in every way, in terms of monetary, militarily, politically. It's been on the back of the United States, carrying them. They did not even like defense, whatever, militarily. Everything was on the back of America. Now.
Do you know that where Trump was able to escape their trap was in Ukraine?
Yeah,
they wanted to use Ukraine to pinch him with Russia. Before he will come out from the problem of Russia, his tenure will be over. And
he's gone. He's gone. Yeah.
They wanted to hold him captive with Russia. But
That is what,
finally, he's in good time with Russia. Just like
100%.
He said that Russia and China is not the problem.
100% it's not. It's not.
Trump himself knows very well these people are not his problem. They are not.
You know, but the thing is that, like I always say, that they underestimate him. You know, and that's one thing about Trump. Because he will bait you. You know, Trump baits people, right? Then you begin to run kitty kata kata kata. He will sit down and watch you, and you will. Most of them, they think he's buffon, some kind of buffon, but he's not. The guy knows what he's doing. You will be running. At the end of the day, you will come back to that same point again. Now, French,
the British will never forget me.
Yeah, they've sent their aircraft fighter jet to Greenland. Are you aware of it? Now, it's not to. It's in other words, they're trying to ward off US because they believe that maybe America will invade and take over, right? So suddenly they are having a military force in Greenland as we speak now. Germany, French, they are there now. You know, exercising some kind of a presence. You know. So that America will stay away. They are there not against China or Russia, but against America. Can you imagine that? You are so-called ally. You are warding them off, putting up a defensive mechanism against the most powerful by far. You are ally in NATO. So NATO no Ogula Ntipia, they are on the way. Age Tipia. Ndi olo ekwensu ndi ojo. Yeah. You see, it's something that is like impossible in the eyes of man. But we have seen now that with God, everything is possible.
Very possible in the eyes of God. That is why I still remember the word of Master Nnamdi Kanu. That Biafra will come in such a way that no man will take the glory.
Yeah.
And when you see the way the United States is coming out, Donald Trump is gradually taking this people away from their evil plans of holding people captive. All this, they are subtle movement they are making everywhere in all different countries.
That is what this woman said. The last vestiges of this monarchical slavery. Manu Nigeria KJ people do oh for we are na don't get them all.
I didn't get them now.
And everything.
That last statement of that woman is where the issue of Biafra comes in. When we say about the Trump tenor, people think we are just noise maker. I say, if you like, call us anything, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, from the beginning, we said it that we must seize the moment because something is out there. We must tap into it. Because that is for sure. They free from this. So we are heading there. Because when you have guys like Ted Cruz and Riley Moore, all these guys, you know, and so many others, Chris Smith, it will come. So we're expecting this month that the write-up, you know, the notes or whatever compilation will be sent to him. They are putting it up together and finally will be sent to Trump. The measure things that has to be done, you know, the remedy. How to remedy the situation. This constant genocide against Christians that's so unending. It has to end once and for all. You know. So we are waiting anxiously. We are waiting to see what is going to come of it because there's another guy we said the other day who has been I think indicted for defending himself against Fulanis. You know. So. All this whole thing is everything is coming out now, and so they just have to. If they like, they are wasting their time. If they like, maybe they carry presidency, give Obi they're doing own. Well, we know what. So all these people that never know anything on my brother, how they go.
Now let us listen to one other pro. There's one video again. I want us to pay attention. This idiot, this senseless idiot that claims to know something when he knows nothing. That have sold his soul to the devil. This David Udeyi or whatever they call him.
Oh,
let us listen to one of the interview he made.
That's what we're going to do.
Real quick, when you say the Somalification of Nigeria, are you talking about the bombings or the attempt to break up Nigeria into parts, like having this Somaliland stuff where they're talking about moving Palestinians to? Oh, you're talking about
absolutely both, because the exact same elements are in play in Nigeria as well. Somalia is just like further ahead in this sort of staged state failure that Nigeria is also in the process of going through. So the so-called Somaliland, you could approximate it to the so-called Biafra in Nigeria. And it's, by the way, it's not going to surprise you in any way to know that it's the same Israeli people behind both projects.
Yeah.
So the same way you have the state of Israel giving recognition to Somaliland, it's the same way you have these exact same Israeli elements providing funding and support to the so-called Biafran separatists and publishing policy pieces on the website of the American Enterprise Institute, one of the most influential conservative think tanks in the U.S., stating that the U.S. government should recognize Biafra as a breakaway state from Nigeria. That's part of the decolonization of Nigeria. That Biafra shares a Judeo-Christian values, whatever those are, with the.
Did you see how this idiot is speaking? Did you see how this idiot is talking? Referring to us as the so-called Biafra.
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah,
he doesn't know what the Judeo-Christian society. He doesn't know what it means.
Yeah, I've seen this video.
Hey,
I've seen
like
it.
this. Clowns like this, I don't know. This kind of idiots can only operate in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And they celebrate him as somebody who has some common sense.
He has been on that Precious Enyi program also one time. He's misguided. He's not a Biafran to start. He's not a Biafran. You know that, right?
I don't care. I don't know. I want to know where he
No,
comes
my
from.
my point is that we know who we are. We know what we feel. We feel what we feel. He doesn't. He's a Yoruba guy. You know that. He's Yoruba. So you cannot.
He's a Yoruba guy.
Of course, now. David today, he's Yoruba. Yeah, all those Lagos, Elijah, or whatever. It's within those axes. He's not a Biafran. So you cannot speak for us because we are the one who feels it. Who feels it knows it. Not you, who is brainwashed with the notion of Pan-Africanism, in a very, very shrewd and uninformed, extreme lack of understanding of human nature. I've listened to him in the past. I've seen his video in the past. He's not making any sense. These guys don't make absolutely no sense. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. Okay, let's look.
Look at him continuously coming on platforms to accuse Biafrans of being the front line of the persecution of preaching that Nigeria is persecuting Christians. It's not that the Biafrans are the front line. Is there anything that is a lie in that? Is there any single information that is a lie in it? The United States have sent delegates by themselves. They gone on the ground. They have been on the ground investigating.
Brachus, the Arabs, these Fulani, because they are Arabs, these Islamic Sharia terrorist proponents from the Arabian world, they've taken over Nigeria. Does this guy know it or he doesn't know it? Whatever. Now,
don't find the idiot.
What is the solution with idiotic Pan-Africanism? How do you solve the problem when they are there slaughtering people? No, people send them mad. You see, what are you gonna do to redefine, to remedy it? You have no solution. You can't do nothing. You just want people to stay and continue to live in this degenerate, in this retrogression. That is what it's all about. Let's just continue, right? Is it because you people have been so badly entangled into it? Or what is that? I'm forced to ask this question. I just wish we have a platform where they can come out, let's dialogue, let's just have that discussion. What is it all about? He talked about Christian Judah. That is who we are. That is where we're coming from. We have our ancestral.
We don't know what it is, whatever it is, just look at the way you place it. Whatever it is.
We have our Africa ancestral and traditional belief system, right? But we're also Christians from the get-go. Our forefathers, you know, this is what they embrace because it's we have a lot in common, right? So he agrees with whom we are, not Islam. So now that because I always said from day one, I always mentioned the fact that if this guy have not hijacked Nigeria with and reached a point of no return, they've reached a point of no return. That is that core issue. Islamization and Fulanization. That is what it's all about. You cannot change it, you cannot stop it. So the guys like Showere or this guy and some others, even in our land too, they are being either misled or mischievous. That's how I look at it. Because again, you cannot stop what this thing that is happening in Nigeria. Nobody can stop it. I'm telling you, even the United States, what is going to happen ultimately is that a declaration is going to have to be made. You can go and practice what you want. The Christians, right? The Southern Christians, they have to, it's either going to be North and South, just like what you have in the Korean Peninsula, the North and South Korea, or, well, that is could be a start, but eventually it's still going to be Oduduwa, Biafra, Arewa, Middle Belt, whatever. That is where everybody is heading. It may be slow, but that's where everybody is heading because this experimentation called Nigeria is demonic, will never work, never ever will it work. You know? So I don't know how these guys like this, what does he hope to, how, come and tell us how you intend to do it.
I can't understand.
None of them has ever, since not one, not even any one of them has come out to say that these Marudas, these armed, empowered Islamic Fulani Marudas slaughtering as they go, occupying, taking territories, being in charge of territories.
It doesn't bother them. The only thing that bothers them is Biafra. People that are fighting for self-determination.
Exactly. Well, maybe I guess in their mind that if we continue to stay in this retrogression called Nigeria, so that we all will continue to remain backward and suffer the consequence and get run over, because that is what it's all about. Yoruba, they already, or all these places, they've taken them over. I'm telling you, they should be imagining what they're going to do to come out of it, but rather they're concentrating Biafra, so that we stay with them to continue to suffer it. We've had enough. And more so, we are the targeted one. We know that. And we are the one who has been so suppressed, denied, and deprived in Nigeria. So he's wasting his time. He's just wasting. Look, the only unfortunate thing, like I have been saying from day one, is the fact that they were able to impose these criminal politicians, the governor in particular, you know, on our soil. So that is just the one unfortunate aspect of the whole thing. But at the end of the day, they are going to have to make a choice. Either they retrieve their step or they will have to leave. They will have to leave. At some point, the land will not accommodate them. All these the Soludos of this world, we know what they are up to, how they come about, but they're going to have to make a decision at some point. How do you go, my brother?
US, so it's the same people that are behind both projects. And it's also the same people behind the long-term destabilization of both countries, Somalia and Nigeria. And it also won't surprise you to know that Somalia and Nigeria also have some of the largest energy deposits, oil deposits on the entire continent of Africa.
Imagine accusing Israel of destabilizing Nigeria and Somalia. Because Israel recognized Somaliland. He said it's the same card they want to build the US to recognize Biafra. Just, I don't know these people. I don't know why their hatred is it because of the money they are getting from it? Or I can't just understand.
Possibly.
And people are listening to these idiots. Yeah? People are listening to idiots like this, painting wrong information.
Values, whatever those are, with the US. So it's the same people that are behind both projects. And it's also the same people behind the long-term destabilization of both countries, Somalia and Nigeria. And it also won't surprise you to know that Somalia and Nigeria also have some of the largest energy deposits, oil deposits on the entire continent of Africa. So it's the same thing. So Sudan, Somalia, Nigeria, they're literally the same project at different stages. So Sudan had the South Sudan breakaway thing, which was also a US and Israeli supported project for the long-term breakup and destabilization of Sudan. And then a bit further behind, you have Somalia and Somaliland, which hasn't quite reached the same stage of recognition as South Sudan. It's not yet an independent republic. It's on its way there. And then further behind, you have Nigeria with the Biafra project, also, funded by the same people. And then further behind Nigeria, you then have Mali, which obviously, now that it's part of the AES, they're not going to find it as easy, but they were trying to push a similar project with the so-called Azawad.
This guy is a madman. The close to 1 million citizens in the middle, Benue precisely, just a state, people who became refugee in their own land. Is it America that pushed them into that refugee? Is it Israel that pushed them? Where is this mother? Let me not use the fact. Where is he not to see what the Islamic Sharia terrorists, the Fulani, what they are doing? Ravaging people, sending people out of their ancestral land into IDP camp for decades. Where is he to advocate? Why is he not holding?
Talking about oil. Okay, British have been in charge of oil of Nigeria since independence till today.
And what is the benefit?
60-something years. They are not calling them out. Nobody is talking about the evil they are doing, taking the mineral resources and not doing anything free.
No electricity in Nigeria for how many decades? No. Okay. No good air facility, nothing.
This idiot.
You know the talk about.
Now to make, even if they will take the oil and you have a better life, is that not better for you?
100% better. 100%.
And by the way, the United States of America has this oil. They have it in quantum. They have it.
You know the program that in my program Britain will for them. Britain they are coming to come in, take the best and the brightest out of the place, and leave the rest in darkness for decade and decade. Electricity, power, constant supply they cannot provide. What is that? And when they sick, the politician, they picked up, they run abroad for treatment, and the rest of the people can just whatever happens to them. We saw what happened to that Chimamanda as a result of that. Is Nigeria happening to somebody? That is the same Nigeria they are all lying about. These are people lying, go about lying. The truth is staring them right in the face, but they still cannot comprehend. It's terrible. It's terrible. The guy is just, he's just one of those, But I think they will fail woefully because the truth is right there for anybody who cares about truth. Yeah,
these lies cannot fly in Nigerian case again in the world.
Yeah,
Donald Trump have been able to bust their bubbles. They cannot fly. No amount of lie will fly. No amount of lie will fly.
Yeah, America is a Christian. America is a Christian nation. It was founded on that Christian principle, So obviously, they will have to, and being so empowered, right? Not even with so much capacities. Yeah, that moral duty is there to look out, when Christians are being genocided, because everybody know what is going on. People just continue to deceive themselves. When these people pushing Islamic whatever, you can see their methodism, their pattern, everything they are doing. They come in the name of Allah, Allah Akbar, they do this, they do that. Can you not see it? Is somebody force them to? This is what they are doing. So you want Christians to just completely be, wiped out the face of the map. That is what it's all about in Nigeria. In no country anywhere in the world where Christians face persecution more than Nigeria. Every day things are happening. I saw a video.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I saw a video from one young brother. He's an American citizen. Maybe you also saw that video. It was trending the whole of probably before, maybe Friday or Thursday thereabout. The video was trending. You know, he was invited by this lady, Precious Enyi, and he was just. You haven't seen it, right?
No, I've not seen it.
Okay, well, because it's a moving parts all over the place. Stuff are just happening all over the place, you know. So he is a Christian, and like an organization, they are in the middle belt now. I think Benue and stuff like that. So they are trying to assist these Christians who have been left destitute in their own place, you know, push into IDP camp. Everybody pretend as if it's okay. They act like they don't know it. All what they are looking is to come and propagate lie. This David Yande and the rest of them. These their fellow human being, humanity. You know, they don't care. They don't care. Like Ruben Abati them. Oh, he's the one. The other day. So many. You know, these people. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It's so sad. It's so sad. Since he said he doesn't know what Christian, he doesn't know what Judeo-Christian means or what the value system of the United States is. Maybe he will come across our program here and he will understand better. Let's listen to this very video. Let me see if I can be able to bring up this very video so that we can hear. This video might be a kind of a response and also educate people on what is. No amount of lies will save them this time around. No amount of lie to save them, no matter how they try to tell their lies. This time, they can't escape it.
Nigeria is the most dangerous country in the world to be a Christian. It's the most dangerous place in the world to profess your faith in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And my colleagues and I will soon, this month, we're going to brief the White House on our investigation's findings and provide the president with a series of options to help protect our brothers and sisters in Christ. I'm grateful for President Trump's steadfast leadership on this issue, and I look forward to continue to work with him to defend the persecuted. And I'll close with this thought, and this is just the way I feel about these issues. Look, the United States is a Christian nation.
The United States is a Christian nation. In case that idiot doesn't know, the United States is a Christian nation. You can't beat it. Yep. It's not like others who are coming to hide, like Obama and co, who will come and hide their mouth and say you don't bring religion to a country, a state or not. These people are a bunch of idiots.
They're agents of confusion. The Obamas of this world. Yeah. They want to destroy. Their game plan is that in few years from now, if Trump did not come about, in few years from now, America will become a third world country. I'm telling you the gospel truth.
Become a third world country, you begin to fight that it's no longer a Christian country.
And that will be the avenue.
Everything that has to do with Christianity in the White House continue to lies. They continue to create confusion everywhere. Confusion up to the extent that you give birth to a child, you will not write whether male or female. And that would be whoever he is.
And that would be the golden opportunity that Islamists are looking for to infiltrate and take over America. But with Trump and after Trump, with Trump after Trump, there's going to be a follow-up. I just pray that the members, the people of the country, they come to their senses and know that they're in big shit if they do the wrong thing. Because election have consequences. Election have consequences. So they have to wake up and know they've sworn that they will take over America. Britain is already in their hand. And everything always even the king you have nowhere. From what we are hearing, no, he has already succumbed. If we're going to succumb, go as a Muslim. How do you go?
Is a Christian nation. It is. The United States is a Christian nation that's founded on Christian principles. We have a unique duty to defend Christians wherever they are being persecuted, and I will never stop fighting for our persecuted brothers and sisters in Christ.
My joy is the way the government of Donald Trump is using these words unapologetically. Speak the truth without bending it.
Yeah.
And that is what is scaring them.
Yeah.
That is what is scaring. The way the man is pushing out the truth, you can't challenge it. You cannot. There's no way you can twist to run away from it.
Yeah.
That is why you see the $9 million that Nigeria is paid is not absolute rubbish. Are you going to bribe the same people that came to Nigeria, went to IDP camp to interview people?
And see with their eyes.
And they saw everything with their eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The same people you want to go and confuse, you want to give somebody the money to go and give them to tell it. Okay, they will come and say that what they saw before, they didn't see it again.
And wasted $9 million.
Immediately he came back, he has given a statement already. Many of them have issued statement as they came back, they have written. The only thing we are talking about is their official statement, but most of them have spoken already.
Yeah.
Then you want them to go, you want to go now and confuse them to go and say that what they said before, they didn't say it again. And you want to tolerate such a thing. The day you do that, you will lose your office immediately.
Choose that white brother that was invited into Precious Enyi's program. He said that the amount, because he ran into billions, the 9 million, whatever, because he said he could rebuild at least either a room or 2-bedroom. He could, he has a way, because he's a technician, that is his job, right? So all this money is being wasted. Could have rebuilt many of the houses for the refugees and bring them back to their place.
15 billion naira can build a lot of houses.
Can you imagine?
That 9 million, 15 billion.
But Ruben Abati said that anything money cannot do, more money can, so that Tinubu should spend no matter the amount to go and lobby. This is what he said. If we're agent of darkness, but he doesn't know that his fellow people who he called Nigerians, they are languishing, giving birth in IDP camp with absolutely no provision to take care of them. Meanwhile, he's sitting there at Arise, he's paid huge money, and he goes back home, he marry 1 or 2 wives or 3, whatever. He doesn't care. That you see the mind of these people, how dark and evil it is. It takes foreigners from another place to come and to talk about what is happening in your own backyard.
I bumped into another video that was made by some Hausa cleric in their secret meetings they were making. The video came out from there. In the meeting they were held. In that meeting, the Sheikh was telling others that they have a duty to protect the Fulani terrorists. That they gave them the assignment that they should go out and continue to, this thing Shegumi is doing. This thing you see Shegumi doing in our platform, that is what they planned to do.
Yeah.
That they should continue to preach that the Nigerian government should negotiate with them. Nobody should call them a terrorist and nobody should fight them. That they should continue to preach negotiation, forgiveness, release. And they should also preach and ask the government of Nigeria to give them offices, their leaders of those terrorist groups, give them offices in Nigerian government. That is the plan they made. I bumped it up there. The video was made in Hausa. It was made in Hausa. For those who understand Hausa, you will understand it. If you don't understand Hausa, I will still explain after the video finish.
Okay, now Hausa. Jesus.
Taron na waɗanda ya kamata su taimaki harkar tsaro ne. Amma suka gayyace mu matasan malamai waɗanda suke da murya in sun yi magana ana saurare. Muna da yawa aka tara a wata jiha a cikin ƙasar nan. Abinda ake so mu yi,
He is calling on all the Fulani men, all the Fulani elites that are in offices where they have a voice, where people can hear that there are many. He said there are many of them that are in an important position and people are listening to them.
Which is true, though, there are many.
He's giving them an assignment. An assignment for them to defend these criminals, these terrorists. This thing you see that Shekumi is doing everywhere. It is not only him that is doing
all of them. Shehu Sani, Dangote, all of them.
You said it before. You just said it. You know you have said this here several times. This is a confirmation of that plan. That is what this man is just saying here. That is what
because what they want is to take over the entire Nigeria, make it Islamic Sharia country. That is what, and they are all interested in it. Like I made mention, the Sultan, the Dangote, Rufai, and Sanusi, Shegumi, all of them, they are just in it. And this vision has been there for a long, long time ago, that they have Nigeria now vulnerable, they must take it, turn it into Islamic, and they have countries like Turkey supporting them with it, and some others. It's a battle, or people don't know what. This is a serious battle going on, but we thank you, Biafra. Yeah.
Mu fito mu ga wa duniya cewa Fulanin nan yan ta'adda na daji. Abin da yasa suka dau makamin zalunta su aki, dan haka kar a ga laifin su sosai. Zalunta su aka rike shi yasa har suka dau mataki. Na dai kenan. Mu yi
that they should go and preach that all these Fulani herdsmen that they are talking about, that it is because the government have neglected them. Because of neglect, that is why they are involving in criminality.
That is lie.
That this is the message they gave them to go and begin to preach. That the only reason they get involved in criminality is because they are neglected. They are abandoned.
And that is why Gumi is preaching too, you know. Eh?
Absolutely. And the most striking one that he's going to say lastly, let him talk about before I interpret.
Yancin al'umma akan wannan. Na biyu, mu ta kira wa gwamnati kar a yake su.
He said, secondly, they should tell the government never to fight them, never to kill them, never to attack them. Only negotiation.
Shetima said the same.
Only negotiation will solve the problem.
Shetima, the vice president, said the same. It's a non-kinetic approach.
Exactly.
So you see that
all those messages from Shetima, from NSA, from Shegumi,
they are all speaking the same language. They are all speaking the same language.
From the one they call the Minister of Defense or whatever they call him.
Matawale. They are all speaking the same language.
The same language, and this is what they discussed in this meeting that this man is just speaking. The assignment were given.
Yeah.
Did you hear? You see the last one he said now. The most disturbing one is this last one he said now. He said the senior officers among those terrorists that they should persuade the government to give them position of office.
Hey.
In Nigerian government. This is an assignment the Fulanis have taken, and they are working on it. Oh my God!
Gratitude.
This is that he's busy talking about Biafra. He will not see this kind of video.
Yeah, that's why they pardoned them. They pardoned the hardcore. They put them into the military and they begin to cast havoc. And Soludo Chineke boy Fulani guy. Soludo Chineke boy Oku. See, telling our boys to go and join Nigerian military so that they will be. These are people looking for opportunity to wipe away Igbo youth. Every Igbo youth, you join the military, you are gone. You are gone. You are on your own because they want to wipe away the youth, our youth. So they tell them that the war is finished. They should go and join because he is there doing the bidding of the caliphate too. You
can imagine. You can imagine what these Fulanis have planned within themselves. And you know, my brother Christian, when you say it all the time, some people who don't understand will not understand what we are saying.
Okay.
Every single one of them is involved. There is nothing like a moderate Fulani man.
Not even one. You can see that they all speak the same language, non-kinetic, and that is why today, as we speak, Nigeria, despite having all the capacity to use Tokano, go there, bump the hell out of them, they won't do it. Because Shetima is in charge, you know, even this defense guy, this new guy, Musa, they won't let him do nothing, even if he wanted.
Musa doesn't have a voice.
Exactly. And we said it from beginning. We said it.
He's only playing to their templates. Whatever. They only use him there to confuse the US. When you talk, they tell he's a Christian.
He's a Christian. Yeah.
They will tell the defense minister is a Christian. How can the defense minister allow Christians to be massacred?
This is it. Oh my God, cheap blackmail. This is so cheap because you don't have to be smart or educated to figure this out. This is cheap stuff. Musa is because he's a Christian. So what? The guy who is not even qualified to hold that position, now he's overwhelmed with such, and he's completely swept off his foot. He comes to lie in defense of the government because that position he has never held before. He was nowhere near that sort of position, so he has to defend the government. But it's so obvious. It's unbelievable. There's a lot going on in the country among lots of people who don't want to either say the truth or wake up from their slumber. But he go hit them. Everybody go hit everybody. Thank you, my brother.
My brother, you see why I thank Chukwu Abiyama for the presence of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
This woman, a video that I played and what she explained, the change of world order, the exposure of this subtle criminal, what do they call the British or whatever, they are doing their underground work. Do you remember that this Boko Haram that we are crying today, do you remember that when Ihejirika was trying to wipe away this Boko Haram,
they gang up against him,
wanted to wipe them away. Do you remember that these same people used their criminal organization called Amnesty International?
Yeah.
They wanted to drag Ihejirika to ICC.
Yeah.
They wanted to take Ihejirika to ICC because he was trying to wipe away this Fulani terrorist.
And the young Yoruba girl, the pilot who was also slaughtering them, they took her out.
Away.
Okay.
You see, all this is added up, but idiots like this, Udehi or whatever you call him, we still come there and we're going to tell you the story of how Israel is his problem and how US is his problem, how Biafra is his problem. These are a bunch of idiots, that unrepentant criminals.
If not for God's intervention, if not for the coming of Trump, the game was set. The game was already set. How to conquer Nigeria was gone. All the Nigeria, 200 and something million, whatever, would be conquered, taken over, become Islamic country, written, sealed, officially concluded. That was the plan. And God knows why, suddenly, we have Trump. Suddenly, and I felt it from day one, I felt it, that he has a lot on his plate, but at some point he will get to Nigeria. I said it from January, I was having this feeling that we get there at some point. And we're there now. We are there. I also know that it's going to be like Unleash the Dragon because they will fight back. And they are fighting back. But I know that they will fail. They will all fail. Little by little, the whole thing is just, they will all be exposed. Look at this guy now. Look at the things he's saying. And what he's saying is what Gumi has been saying. And that is what Shetima is saying.
Exactly.
Is that a coincidence? No.
It's not a coincidence. It's something they planned already.
Same
playbook. When we come here, we talk, because we are on social media talking, they say we are making noise, we are blabbing.
Yeah.
There is no hate speech in what we are saying. It's revealing the truth. The
fact. It's fact, 100%. 100%.
We are not hating anybody. We are not attacking anybody. Speaking the truth. It is so. And I want us to listen to this message that was delivered by Mazin Nnamdi. When Mazin Nnamdi was attacking this criminal organization that they formed, they called whatever, they give them different kinds of names that the British is manipulating, using them against innocent people. Let's hear this message that Mazin Nnamdi delivered.
All right.
National is suggesting that they try Ihejirika for war crimes. Amnesty International, where were you when Gowon walked free after presiding over the annihilation of 6 million people?
Yeah.
Amnesty International, Where were you when Obasanjo bombed Odi?
They were not there.
Amnesty International, where were you when Yaradua sent in Awasa Fulani Alamajiri into the land of Biafra to destroy people in Wari? Where were you when Boko Haram bombed St. Michael's Church in Damaturu? Amnesty International, where were you? We don't control oil money, so there's no need to talk about Biafra, you see. Amnesty International, P2B shot dead Masop members at Onitsha. Massacre. That the Zoo army sent by Obasanjo, they killed them so much that they poured that seed on their faces and buried them in a mass grave in cemetery in Onitsha. That place is being watched 24 hours a day because we are going to dig up the bodies to show you. Amnesty, where were you? At the Zoo River. Amnesty, where were you? They want to try Hejrika. Because they have the money. They have the unity of purpose. If you tell useless, hapless Igbo people, think they have sense, they know nothing. You pretend you're intelligent when you're not easy. IGBO. Why is it that Yoruba papers are carrying the potential disgrace of Ihejrika? What is Ohaneze going to do? They'll come out. Now, what? Let me think of what they're going to say.
This Ihejrika was the man that wanted to wipe away these terrorists at the early stage. Ihejrika was so committed. He started... Imagine what he was doing until they began to threaten Goodluck Jonathan to remove him.
Yeah.
Buhari was in the front line.
And Jonathan
said that the attack on Boko Haram was an attack on the Fulanis.
Yeah.
This
and Jonathan
made in the open, not in the secret.
Yeah. Jonathan chickens out.
Jonathan chickened out and removed the Hejrika.
Yeah.
Today, that Boko Haram is still what they are fighting. Today, look at what they are doing today, recruiting them into the military, and they come and deny.
But Nigerian people call for Pantami to be removed. Buhari ignore everybody. But immediately they call for...
is a confirmed terrorist.
Yeah, but immediately they call for removal of Ihejrika. Jonathan just succumb like a chicken.
Just like Gumi today. People are calling for the arrest of Gumi. Have you ever seen the arrest of Gumi?
For where? How?
Do you know that even the Minister of Defense, Musa, that was good, was scared of mentioning the name of Gumi?
Of course now. Okay.
He was so scared.
Okay.
After warning people who are supporting terrorism. And the Charles asked him directly. Charles asked him a direct question. What plan are you making to arrest Gumi?
Did he ask that? Did he ask him that direct?
You were not here when I played the video. Charles asked him directly.
And what did he say?
He said that he's going to be arrested if they found anything, that one is left for the court. He's left for the court.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he deflected. He said that he's left for the judiciary to...
Judiciary.
Can you imagine?
They will take him. Imagine. What kind of thing are you expecting to find him? Someone who has really come to tell you that the terrorists are part of him.
Yeah.
They are his brother. He tells you that you cannot take them away.
Yeah.
You cannot. He say if you try to fight them, Nigeria will bomb. So what evidence again are you seeking for?
Yeah.
These were the people who went and gave Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, convicted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu with a non-existing law, only for asking for self-determination. But look at somebody here who is sponsoring a terrorist group that continue to take life. Even as we speak, even as me and you, they here, they are still taking innocent life. I'm still going to play a video that is released by English Alhaji on the 17th and 18th of the attack of these terrorists.
Yeah.
We reject any report implicating Hejrika. Hejrika is our son. Halaba. And because Hejrika defeated Boko Haram. That is why. Madness. Before I go any further, Barrister has come. Let me go to him before I proceed. Barrister, I believe you can hear me.
We call upon you to join us this evening as we proceed for this evening edition, all in the name of Biafra. Biafra has to be restored. Director, I've been telling you, you need to up the antics. Everybody has to stand up. For those who are seated, those who are kneeling down, it's time to stand up and stand up. That is the message for this evening. Of course, if you want Biafra, to face it up and deal with it. So good evening to all of you, wherever you are. Call upon you, join us, those who are coming.
So, my brothers and sisters, these things we are saying sometimes, when we pay attention, you understand it better. The Janjaweed, even as we speak, they are still carrying out their attack. Even as me and you, they hear the talk, the attack is going on. Let me try and see if I can get the report, the latest report that was made by that our brother who they want to buy for committing no offense. The only offense that guy is committing is because he's exposing their plans. Everywhere, the guy that they call English Alhaji.
Okay.
Everywhere there is attack, he will give update immediately. Precisely, he will tell you everything you need to know about the attack on daily basis. And because of that, they are looking for to take it back. Go on.
This battle is of the Lord. This battle we are going through. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Because of our own. No. So God knows why. The fact now, Nnamdi ame Nnamdi obodo Eliza Anua ane ebe ane head it now. Because it's just incredible. The British has over the years and decades suppressed using their power and influence to cover up the atrocities going on against Biafra in Nigeria. They sat on it.
Yes.
You won't be talked at UN. You won't see ICC. None of them. They sat on it using that power.
Yes.
Until came Trump to hear our. God heard our cry. That is what it's all about.
Yes.
And when you look at this whole thing now, and I'm like, wow. How can these people continue like this? It's just so obvious for anybody to see what's going on. Why they hate Trump so much. They hate him. You can't begin to imagine how much they hate him.
Unimaginable.
Because he's trying to do the right thing. That order, that global order is inhumane and evil. It has to be completely taken out.
Dismantled
completely dismantled. So they just pretend as if they don't know that millions and millions of people are facing genocide in Nigeria. Over 200 million people in a country, and one fraction of tribe they've hijacked the country, hijacked every component in it, every sector, every one of it, they've hijacked it. The media, the political, just name it, all the military, police, they hijacked everywhere. They were just set for the final onslaught.
Yes.
And now came what we have now. And they are watching them. Let them continue. Now they are doing it little by little. Every day, there's no day that passes, they don't strike, kidnap, buy here, buy there. Every day, my brother.
Every day. Every blessed day.
And this useless Uyende guy will not speak about the genocide that goes on in Nigeria.
Never.
But B. Maha, the guy, talked about it. And look at where we are today from that time. And he is there on the internet. He will not speak about it. All he cares about is that everybody should stay in Nigeria and continue in the darkness. Continue in the genocide.
Nonsense.
And he ran away. He's in another country having a peaceful life at least. And people are there being by here and there.
Madness. Mad people everywhere. Let us see this report of the terrorist activities that is happening in Nigeria. Latest ones that is recent.
So this morning, today, the 17th day of January 2026,
yes,
in the morning, around 7 a.m., terrorists, aka bandits, they attacked Tuge town in Musawa local government area of Katsina State. Katsina is bleeding this morning. They will not tell you. The federal government of bandit media will not tell you. But like I always tell you guys, I'm here. If they hide them, the English Alhaji, they bring them out. No wonder they don't like me. Just yesterday or the day before yesterday, my hideout was busted. I don't know how these guys managed to do it. I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know. My location was compromised. And I had to flee. I ran away. You don't understand, that's why I'm getting a high. That's why I get this a new background. I flee. But I don't know. I don't know what I do. If you ask me, I don't know what I did. Just exposing what these people always hide. I expose it. That's my offense. They'll be hiding and I'll be exposing. That is just and now they're after my life. They busted my location. And I left. In fact, all my properties there, I leave them for them. Because I don't know if they have inserted chips there to track me. But I will not stop. You know the story. I will not go stop. I will never stop. Never. All of us must not be scared in this country. I want the best. I want the betterment of Nigeria. I want the best for this country. That is my goal. Bro, my goal be that. The best for Nigeria. That is all. I want a country where all Nigerians will be safe. All Nigerians will be safe.
That country doesn't exist. You can't find that.
Animals. And now, they don't like it. That's why they're after me. But I'm here.
That is where we disagree. Even though he's in Nigeria, so he cannot speak.
These guys,
exactly.
We are more than 50. They open fire. And they tell you something happened in the morning. 7 a.m. in the morning.
On the 17th in the morning, day before yesterday.
Musawa local government area of Katsina State. The state of, what's it they call him? Umaru Diko. That governor gets so many things to answer. I'll keep dragging this governor. I go drag you until you tell us what you and bandit get in common. Why you they seek court order to release these people? I will keep dragging you. Katsina is my state. I will keep dragging you. So these guys enter, they open fire. 2 persons were confirmed dead. They unalive 2 persons. Many were injured. Many. When I say many, more than 17 people were injured. And I believe those guys, almost some of them go still succumb to injury because the injury, they very, if you see injury, bro, you can't post this thing here in a policy now. Some of them go succumb to injury. As in, maybe 10 or 5 go still succumb to injury. This one happened today, this morning. The 17th of January 2026. But the Nigerian media will not show you. The mainstream media will not show you. Because these guys, now federal government of bandits, they control them. But the English Alhaji will they show you. All these things really happen for this country. You know the story. If then they hide them, and they bring them out.
They bring them. And this is just day before yesterday. Another one happened yesterday. And I want to give you the report of the one that happened yesterday. Yesterday on. Another attack. Yesterday on. Yesterday on. Another warning from this same guy. This is about yesterday event.
Bandits on more than 20 bikes have crossed into Niger State from Zamfara State. I mean, they have entered Niger State from Zamfara State. Today's date is the 18th of January 2026. Nigerians, please tell somebody to tell somebody. If you're a driver, please and please. Kotongora, avoid it for now. You see that the regional highway, please avoid it. More than 20 bikes. They have crossed in from Zamfara State to Niger State.
So where is the military? Why are they not confronting them?
Your brother
to tell your brother.
My brother, that is it. That is the thing. People that told you that they went and bought the people that showed us burning bush. This guy is always bringing information about this, but very accurate. Anything he tells you, go and verify. As
100%.
Movement now, go and verify.
Yeah.
That is why they're looking for him to kill him.
And on the Arise TV and the channel and the rest of them, they will be telling you how the military has kidnapped, how the military has attacked, the military lies. This guy is one bringing the fact 100%.
They are bringing fact, details, intel, giving the federal government. They say they are looking for information. This guy is more than update.
Yeah.
Every of their movement, most of the people before they attack, he's always reporting. But instead of them making use of that report, they are looking for him to kill him.
Yeah. Musa said that Musa urged Nigerians to bring information. You remember? And he's giving it now. But Musa cannot add because Shetima will tell him, my friend, this is not, you just put him on the corner. That's simple. Simple as that. Choose. Has Tinubu surfaced yet?
I like his back. I've not had his speech. They say he's arrived. He has arrived.
Bulaba.
I think I saw a video where they were showing his arrival.
But
I never see him.
All right. We shall see.
To avoid Kutungura, avoid it for now. Regional highway, avoid it. Please and please share this message. Share the message. Today's date is the 18th of January 2026. Time that I'm making this video is 8:46. Please tell your neighbor that bandits on more than 20 bikes have crossed into Niger State from Zamfara State right now. You know the story. If they hide them and they bring them out. Please and please, Nigerians, I beg you on my knees, tell your family member to avoid Kutungura right now. They have crossed into Niger State. Avoid regional highway. If you are driving, please avoid it. Nigerians, please. I don't care what the security agencies will do to me or this thing. I'm just here to save your lives. Let them be after me. I don't care. All I'm here for is your life. Please save life by sharing this message. Tell your people to avoid Kutungura. Tell them to avoid Kutungura. Regional highway for now. Bandits are on the move. Bandits are on the loose. They are on the loose. Please and please, God bless your heart. If they hide them, the English Alhaji, they bring them out.
You see, that is the Nigeria they are talking about. That is the Nigeria that they tell is going to work. That is the Nigeria some of them, some idiots have. This is Nigeria the so-called David Udeyi is defending.
Yeah.
But look at somebody in the media. Their armed forces, they will still come out and cry for information. Oh, the people are not giving them information. The people are not cooperating. That is the cry you hear from the Minister of Defense, Musa. His recent cry now is that people are not cooperating. People should cooperate. People should provide information. Look at this guy giving them information free of charge. Instead of them listening, they are looking for him to arrest him. Not even to arrest him. They are looking for him to eliminate him. Zoological Republic. Only idiots will still believe that something is going to come out of this. Something good is going to come out of this entity called the zoo. Only idiots will still believe that one miracle will happen one day, and all of a sudden you will just wake up, you will see everywhere will now become brand new.
Yeah.
Mad people everywhere. Mad people everywhere. Every one of us, we must continue to pay attention to things that are happening around us. More especially those of us, Biafran. Today is Sit-At-Home, Nnamdi Kanu Day. A day we demand for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. If there is any time we should hold Sit-At-Home, it is now. To connect our spirit and soul to what is happening now. This change of world order that is coming from the strongest nation in the world, undoubtedly the United States of America. And when I watched that woman video, that video gave me so much joy.
Yeah.
It gave me so much joy because the way she analyzed this issue. You know this West, when they want to put fear in you, their former like when the Democrats were concerned against Trump, all the impression that we are trying to create is that Trump is coming to fight Russia.
Yeah.
That was the impression that Trump is coming to go to war with Russia, go to war with China. That is the impression that we are creating. They were talking about, another world war is coming. The world powers are going to fight. But when you listen to that one program, you begin to see clearly where Donald Trump is coming. And Donald Trump came in smartly. He knows who the real problem is. He knows where the real problem lies.
Mm-hmm.
They have differences with China and Russia, which is normal.
Yeah.
What they have is a healthy competition.
Yeah, rivalry is normal, huh?
It is normal. That rivalry is there. It's a healthy competition that is among them.
Yeah.
And if he has a way to checkmate them, he will do it. Not going to war.
Yeah.
Even China themselves and Russia, even Russia more especially don't see the US as a threat like that to that level.
Exactly.
That is why most of the things that Donald Trump do, you don't see them rushing out to respond or talk or anyhow. They don't. The only people that go underground to use the media, BBC of the devil, they go underground, manipulating other media houses to use them.
CNN, them, MSNBC.
To sell their evil narrative.
Yeah.
To create fear on innocent people that are just on their own, making their own contribution and saying their own views. That is what they do. But after listening to that woman, it gave me a new energy. It makes me understand that it is not only we coming here that are seeing this. This is where we see. Some people are there seeing it.
Yeah, deep thinkers. Deep thinkers.
Deep thinkers.
With feeling for humanity. So they know what is going on because
and these are the people we are crying to.
Yeah.
Because we know there are still good men out there. Everywhere, in all parts of the world, there are still good men and women.
Yeah.
There are still good men and women. But when these people, when the good ones remain silent, evil will continue to fester. That is why we always come online every day and shout. Just like my brother Christian always say, that all this our shouting and talking is not in vain. It's not in vain. He's doing a great job the job that you cannot even imagine. But sometimes when you come here, you talk and you talk and you talk and you talk. Even some the people you are trying to protect and talk for, they even come and attack you.
Exactly.
Sometimes your own fellow brothers and sisters that you are even trying to defend will even attack you, call you names.
Yeah.
And when you sit back, you need to ask yourself, this thing I'm doing, does it even worth it? Does it even worth it? Every day I come and spend 4 hours, 3 hours. Every day I come and talk, create an image for myself unnecessarily. It doesn't even worth it.
Yeah, that sometimes that is the problem. That is life too, because I make reference to one young Igbo guy that works at VOP, right?
Yes.
I think her name is. Let me see. I can't remember exactly, but what happened was when Pian was, they went after him. So she came on VOP to say that she's happy that he has been arrested, that is long overdue. But this is a man who is fighting like hell to make sure that she has said, and people like her in Biafra land don't get kidnapped on their way to the stream or bush or farm and raped to hell to death by these terrorist Fulanis. We've seen it happen, bro. It's not some imaginary. It has happened. They've captured some Igbo girls in the bush, right? You remember?
That was the woman that sparked the annoyance that made Mazen Nnamdi to issue the order of the ESN. And it was an Igbo girl that after raping her, they shared her meat in the farm.
Exactly. Okay. So these are the effort of people like Mazen and Kanu and Simon Ekpa, that they have to form men who will defend us, because that is what it's all about. Defense. Defend yourself. The right of every human being, self-defense. And the small girl, because her rights, maybe than they pay 100,000 naira, it came out to say that it's long overdue. I think Chioma something, she works at VOP there. I've not seen her for a long time now. You see how naive, how completely blindsided the people are. The same people you are trying to save, the same people you care about, the same people you are being imprisoned and incarcerated for, they are the same one coming to castigate you. How unfortunate can that be? Odiego, my brother.
It takes a lot of God for many of us that are doing these things online to be doing it. Both my brother Christian that is speaking here and myself that is coming online on daily. Sometimes you see people come online and challenge and insult you on comment section. Sometimes you are even speaking something that doesn't even have anything to do with them. You are talking about something that is going to favor everybody, everyone that is being oppressed. You still see come on them, they come and begin to attack you simply because you are not using the language they want.
Yeah.
You are not supporting the person they want you to support. You are not calling the name of organization they want you to call. You are not calling the name they want to call. They begin to attack you. Sometimes you begin to think, does it really want it? Does it want it? But if not for anything, it is our life collectively in danger. There is no other option. If we say we will not talk today, what is happening will continue. Our children will come and face the same situation.
Yeah.
So if you get angry and say, oh, because of this and because of that, I will not do it again, it will still be there waiting for you. As in a
yeah.
So there's nothing you can do. That is why we got to take the pen and speak on daily basis as much as we can. And we will continue this mission. No matter what it takes, we will continue as long as Chukwu gives us life and opportunity to be up to that. We will continue. So before we round up, let us take the last section of it and go on the revision of some information they have on their media, as we always use. We know that all this media cannot, including this Sahara, cannot be trusted. All of them are bunch of people looking for their own personal interests. And their
of course.
That is what they do. But we still use what they push, what they provide there to decimate their plans and effort. So this one says, DSS rearrest Malami's son. DSS rearrest Malami's son at Kuje prison after attempts to sneak him out amid former AGF's refusal to leave.
Yeah.
The AGF refused to leave the prison because if he come and they go rearrest him again for terrorism. So he became one sneak out. Now catch up.
Okay.
Oh, God. That's Fulani for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's Fulani for you. When we talk about this, people will think it's a joke. The people know who the problem is. They know where the problem lies, but they don't want to address it for their own personal interest.
Exactly.
Every politician is just preparing themselves for an opportunity for them to steal. They are not getting into politics for them to make your life better.
Yeah.
When you see them criticizing somebody in power, they are just criticizing for them to have an opportunity to steal.
Righteous, you know that there's the I don't know if I would say it's rumor or whatever, but I guess until everything become very visible there, that they want to drop Shetima to take either Christopher Musa or Kuka or somebody. So there's this rumor. I don't know. The permutation we'll be watching to see. But I have a feeling that some of them, because these people are so deceptive, that is what? Hey, because they can feel the heat. The heat is on. They can feel it. So they could also, in a way, want to pacify. I don't know, maybe some kind of pacification. But the thing is, it's not adapted. I doubt it that they would put Peter Obi there. Why? Because if Peter Obi there, there will be the suspicion that he will allow America to come and fight terrorists, fight their people, these Islamic terrorists. So they will not gamble it. At the end of the day, something is going to have to happen this year and next year. Yes. Everybody, what's the choose? If again, man.
What you just said now is actually what myself I'm seeing, that they are reserving P2B as their last card.
Pacification. Mm-hmm.
Yes, P2B is what they're going to use as their last card to delay Donald Trump from doing what he has to do.
Mm-hmm.
More especially to play this Tatakia play the game until his tenure ways out. Once his tenure is over,
exactly, they resume. They resume. Being a Christian, being Igbo, being a Christian, being Igbo. Trump know this whole thing, Trump know about Igbo, you know about Biafra, you know this thing, bro. I'm telling you the truth.
So that kind of P2B is on their table. That is what they want to use. That is what every sensible Igbo person should advise P2B to step aside.
Exactly. But
even when you look at the picture, remember the governance of Nigeria is 8 years to the north and 8 years to the south. So if P2B wanted to come there, he cannot spend more than 4 years.
Exactly.
So by then, every sensible human being that is sincere to tell me what P2B can do in 4 years.
By then, Trump's tenure too would have been finished, right?
Trump's tenure has finished.
And nobody knows. We are praying that Republicans continue on this trajectory, maybe J.D. Vance, but you never know. You never know.
Exactly, you never know. You have to work on what you have at hand already.
So the Fulani, the Caliphate are playing...
What more than 1,000 beds in the Port Forest?
Exactly, because the Caliphate are playing this permutation too, so that if P2B comes there, maybe 2 years or less than, a little less than that, Trump tenure is gone, then they bring in some globalist Democrats and they will continue from where they left off. So this whole permutation, but I look at it on the other way around too. I feel like even for 1 year that they want to use P2B to do so many things like they did with Jonathan now. But if otherwise P2B did something differently, they will also not want to put P2B in a situation where he will go all out to fight the terrorists. Because these terrorists, they are their people, they said it. I'm the only one saying it. They said it, that they are their foot soldiers. So the whole thing, for sure, something is going to have to give. But we thank you, Kabema. At least we are in this situation. We are following and we are watching, and the America is watching. Thank you, my brother.
I pray. My only prayer is that P2B should learn his lesson. At least make this one last sacrifice for his fellow Biafrans.
Step away, because they will just want to use you.
It is the only last card they have. Nothing else. There's nothing that will stop Trump from taking action.
That is it.
There is nothing on earth that will stop Donald Trump from coming for Nigeria. Before he leaves, there is nothing. This division, this separation of Nigeria, peaceful separation of Nigeria. If
that is it.
The only thing that can stop it is P2B.
Yeah, that is the last option. Yeah, that is the last card. That is the last card they have.
So I wish that man can have some common sense, or some people can talk sense to him to step aside. Because he should understand that there is nothing he can achieve in 4 years in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And that he cannot go against the agreement he has with the North. He cannot.
Exactly. If they are going to vote for him,
he has agreement with Sokoto. He can't go against it.
So if they are going to let him in, he has to enter into the agreement, just like Tinubu did. So obviously, I think the whole card will fall apart. We shall see. We shall see, my brother. The die is cast.
I pray. So this one we are seeing here is Lokoja Abuja Expressway. Traffic chaos leaves passengers stranded for hours. You can imagine.
C road though. Yeah.
Road. Now where Omahi they claim saying they build road, Minister of Works. Is building road. Lagos teachers move against not treasurer. Continued stay in office after retirement. Continued stay in office after retirement is not a new thing now. Before you attack this one, attack the one where through the return the police commissioner the police you waiting.
Yeah.
Where show when they cry every time, they don't drag them to detention many times. Talk about that one. They will always choose a soft spot where it will be better for them.
Yeah.
Security agent whisk away critics of Interior Minister Tunji Ojo in Ondo. That is not new. They will whisk you away. That is Nigeria. If you speak, they take you out. Breaking. Nigerian police inspector accidentally shot 2 colleagues in Rivers. One dead. Tell me, which accident they make and who shoot them? Which accident did they get where they shoot them? Imagine. Nigerian police inspector accidentally shot 2 colleagues in Rivers.
Maybe not money issue.
Of course, now they will be dragging. There's something they are dragging. Either money they drag. Yeah. He open fire.
Maybe they no bring returns. All those one where then they post go to southeast and all these places.
They call them accidental. Nigerian soldiers warn of impending mutiny over poor salaries, non-payment of allowances.
You dey hear? You dey hear? You see, impending mutiny. Because their condition is so deplorable.
Of course.
When the people they pay 100,000 naira or something, right?
100,000 naira. I've seen people who don't work for 20 years, who don't serve for 20 years now.
Can you imagine that? 100,000 naira. Oh God. Oh God.
People who don't serve for a long time. People who don't get rank.
Yes, sir.
Now, the tell Igbos where they go join.
Make them go join. Meanwhile, so some of them, 100,000 naira. Can you just imagine? I don't know how much a bag of rice is, but I know people where they give every month 100,000 naira as support every month, bro. So he go give somebody, a soldier, 100,000 naira. He go pay house rent if he get family, stuff like that, and they get gone. So that's why you see that kidnapping, some of them, they liaise with the terrorists who are kidnapping too, you know?
Of course.
Because so they can also, sometimes they look away, they arrange, they will be there, people will kidnap people, and like one of our guy Harrison went and said, you know, so this is the other. It's a collapse until Nigeria has collapsed, and they're supposed to do the right thing. They don't do it. They sit down there. They are protecting the criminals. You know, 100,000 naira. What is a senator collecting? What is National Assembly collecting? These guys are getting millions every month, millions. And Tinubu and their cronies driving entourage, everything. Una they there, they carry gun, they do rubbish, say, una they do soldier. God forbid.
Nonsense. Senegal walks off pitch in AFCON final after Morocco awarded penalty. Which one? I don't even follow this, their nonsense listening.
I think I
ICPC file evidence, list witnesses as Ozekeme faces fraud charges over late General Hussein in London property.
Wow.
Lawyer and come back in shame.
Lawyer anyi no gebo, lawyer anyi no gebo kwa.
Nnamdi Kanu saw he was not
criminal. Criminal.
He sacked him.
Yeah, he wasn't truthful. Criminals. Yeah,
because he went to play again.
He left.
Remember the day Nnamdi Kanu was having the most difficult.
He left for America. Yeah,
he went to America.
Yeah, criminals.
He left the Kanu White lawyer to go there without any written this, without any paper.
Yeah, I can't see how bad no. I think I overheard it. I overheard it that he's in trouble. Fraud case.
That is it. That's what you are seeing here. ICPC file evidence list witnesses as Ozekeme faces fraud charges over late General Hussein in London property. You never see anything.
Yeah.
You never see anything.
Okay.
It is to play with the case of Nnamdi Kanu. You go do and finish, you go free.
Yeah.
It's either you will defend him or you will refuse to come out completely. If you are not capable, come out.
Yeah.
Ghana arrests 53 Nigerians in major cybercrime bust. Seizes laptop, phone, pump action guns.
Yeah.
What happened for Ghana? That's what Nigeria is building. That's the kind of
criminality. Because there's no hope. There's no hope in the country. There's no job. Government is not doing anything to help out. It gets worse every day. I'm not trying to say that either way that you won't have criminality here and there, because you do have, but Nigeria case is a different thing. Every year, you imagine the number of students that churn out of secondary and all the various universities and high institution of, but absolutely nothing. Okay. Survival of the fittest. Is that not a country that they need to just collapse it so that people will sit up and do the right thing? They want to continue to keep it together. A country that's breeding criminality, terrorism, every evil.
If there is something more serious than country of particular concern, that is what it should be given to Nigeria. This is where they don't give themselves their light.
Yeah.
That concern should be looked into. It's a country of particular concern. And I thank God that we'll get there. Anybody that knows Obi should warn him to stay aside. If he doesn't want the anger of God to come upon him, he should stay aside. 3 kidnapped victims regained freedom in Kogi after 4 weeks in captivity. You can imagine. Go and check now. You see, say they don't pay ransom. After paying ransom,
of course.
Nobody ransom. They pay ransom and they come out. Midnight fire raises grain market in Adamawa, destroy foodstuff over goods. Fire everywhere. You will never hear any time they say fire was about to come and the fire brigade came out off the fire. Nothing.
Never. Yeah.
It doesn't. Uganda restores internet after 81 years old Museveni re-election. Keeps social media short. That is Africa for you.
Yeah, it be like when Buhari, it be like when they bring in, is it Buhari or Yaradua off the light for airport? The dark people, workers of iniquity. They off the light, everywhere become dark. Museveni, he turned off the internet, rigged the election. 80-something years old guy.
After now, you shop the social media, never open a mad person.
After you go tell me, say, AU, ECOWAS, African...
You don't congratulate them. You don't congratulate them. ECOWAS don't congratulate them.
Yeah, even Jonathan went there. They said that Jonathan said that it was free and fair election. So then they bombard Jonathan now. It's something years old man. Who knows how much we go put for Jonathan pocket? Eh? That's all now. This is what they do. This is what they do.
Every politician in Africa is a criminal.
100%.
If you are aspiring to be an African politician, you are only planning to be a hardcore criminal.
Yeah.
You're only aspiring to be a hardcore criminal. The only time you can become a politician in Africa is when Nigeria is disintegrated.
Yeah.
People go to a new figure will come out on a new foundation. Apart from that, anybody studying any part of the world and you are talking with that person, you say, I'm aspiring to go to be a politician in my country, and Africa is a criminal.
Big time. If you disintegrate Nigeria, like we always said, all this region will have their own country and independent, there will be accountability. Because Nigeria is that foundational umbrella that will not let anybody raise their head above the sea level. I'm telling you, if we have Biafra today, the leaders, people will vie for the positions, and they will be accountable to the people. They will do. Same goes for the Oduduwa. I keep saying it. Same goes for every other region. Because if not, the people will hold you accountable. They can vote you out. They can protest and remove you. You will not have Abuja to send their military to go and crush you. It won't happen. Because the disintegration alone would have sent the message to anyone want to be a politician to know that it's no longer going to be business as usual. This is the message that needs to be sent very strongly. Nigeria has to disintegrate. Let every region manage themselves for peace and progress. Anything other than that is not going to work. There won't be peace or progress in that country.
This one say, Tinubu's works minister, Dave Umahi, his son, picked 30 million naira LGA chairmanship form in Ebonyi.
You don't train another criminal to follow up.
You don't train another criminal. You see how to hand over criminality.
This is what they do, all of them.
His own son is picking a form for 30 million naira.
Yeah. You see how they groom their children, criminal to follow when they go.
He's already grooming his own child.
Fani Kayode, all of them.
Tomorrow night you got appear for governorship in Nebu. You go to send a play.
Then go rig and put there. Yeah.
Tell me, what did they work now? Where they buy form for 30 million naira?
Can you imagine?
What did he work? Where you get the money? Where you take buy 30 million naira from?
And the soldiers are paid 100,000 a whole month.
100,000 naira every. Less than 100,000. This 100 is the people that are receiving good salary.
And this young man is buying a form for 30 million. Jesus Christ.
To be a local government chairman.
Local government. Arumer. Is you Mahi? Oh, hey God, these people. Umahi. You see them?
Place now where for you to be a local government chairman, you must have 30 million naira.
Yeah.
How many legitimate, sensible, intelligent people have 30 million naira to register to be this local government chairman? Just check. In the situation Nigeria is, how many sensible, legitimate people that earn their money legitimately, will spend 30 million naira to go and become a local government chairman?
Hey.
How many people can afford it? In Ebonyi State. How many people in Ebonyi State can afford this money? Local government chairman, God have this. At least 39 killed, many more injured as two high-speed trains collide in Spain. Oyibo Spain. May their soul rest in peace. Nigerian government amends cyberbullying charges against Showore for calling Tinubu criminal.
Yeah.
Is he not a criminal?
Oh.
Somebody where he criminality they abroad, he there everywhere. He is a criminal. FCTA workers begins indefinite strike. Seal offices across Abuja over labor welfare dispute.
Yeah.
Trump says it's time to act on Greenland as UK, France, Germany, others European allies push back.
Okay, man.
British
yes. Okay, yeah.
Very soon now you will see some of those European countries will align with Trump. I trust them. Some will sneak and go back now. When they realize that there is no other way, no two ways about it, they will make align with Trump.
Yeah.
And from that thing, that woman, you see what she was explaining there, that Trump is already in alliance, in agreement with Russia.
Yeah.
He has in a kind of a partial alliance already with Russia. When you look at the way they operate, the way
the other day, they jubilate when the Trump sees the ship, Russian ship. That is for where how my mega. It's time now to beat them in their own game. That is what is going on. Trump now put you where had the norm how my mega
complete, and the target is to destroy this British Empire.
100%.
British monarchy that is controlling the whole world. That is
yeah.
Trump says it's time to act on Greenland as UK, France, Germany, other European allies push back. They don't get delivered.
Yeah.
He won't stand the US. Trump just allowed themselves. China's population falls for 4 consecutive years as baby bonuses, 3-child policy failed to stem decline.
Yeah.
Now they say they don't want picking again. Now people don't agree money again, they agree bomb.
Yeah, India can't overtake them. Because now India be the number 1 now for population.
Yes, I think now for either China or Japan now they say if they see you with condom now, wahala, you go jail.
Because then they phase out no replacement. If
you must go raw. Anything you do, you must be raw.
Exactly. Ome have from Nanya. Yeah.
They won't control God, and God no get sense.
Oh.
They won't control nature. Nature have made it the way it is. Don't you think that if nature is not controlling the world might populate to the extent that the whole place will be covered? But it can't be possible. People are dying every day. People are being born every day. People are going out. Even the amount of people that are going out are more than the people that are coming in.
Yeah. Because that is life. Life is death and birth. That is what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. But they think they can manipulate it. They think they can fast forward it. You want to fast forward it for God. You want to fast forward it and do it your own way. Look at it now.
Yeah.
Japan did the same thing. They are crying. All the people they have there now is elderly people. Elderly people feel everywhere. In Japan, their women not even interested in anything called marriage again.
Yeah.
They're not even interested. Their men are not even interested. China, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They are no longer interested in anything called marriage.
Yeah.
That one child policy said that no child policy is what they're in now.
Okay.
You can imagine to this thing that the government begin to give benefit to people that give. If you born Pekin now, you get. If you marry a born Pekin, you are made. That one alone, you are not a slave.
Just to encourage people to do more.
Yes.
Okay.
When they come try for Nigeria, say if you born Pekin, they give you money.
Yeah.
Army dismisses soldier for allegedly leaking video of deadly Boko Haram IED attack in Borno. You just imagine. Just imagine. That's how they're hiding everything. Everything is in secrecy, hiding. This time around, you can't hide the truth.
Yeah.
You can never hide the truth. Just imagine why they dismiss the guy. Army dismisses soldier for allegedly leaking video of deadly Boko Haram IED attack in Borno. You continue to pretend you are decimating Boko Haram. You continue to say that you overcome them. They are repenting. They are recruiting. But the main people that are facing the danger, the military men that are facing the danger, know what they are facing. They release the video for the world to see.
And you fire them. And you dismiss them.
You fire them.
And now in Soludo, they tell our boys, make them go join.
Exactly.
Yeah. Make him bring his own Pekin. I think he get boy Pekin. Make him say now, make him go join.
Him own boy Pekin no get liver to become a boy. Now that one not become
a girl.
Again.
No, okay.
That one no get even liver to stand as a boy. That one a cross dress I did, but that a cross dress I say be now being a woman in India. Look at this one. Look at what you find in Nigeria. See tanker. Tanker will fall on top of bridge. Fuel they fall. For
where be that? Lagos?
For Lagos. See people gather this conference.
Wait. This is crazy. Now current something. Now current.
Currently, look, this thing was posted 1 hour ago by Sahara.
Jesus Christ. Look at tanker. Do you know that if any spark happened there, all these people will be gone.
People are gone. Nobody will escape.
And they don't care their life. They go there to carry oil.
The level of suffering and stupidity in that contraption.
Jesus Christ.
You will not see the police, or you will not see the army, you will not see the people to call. You will not even see any form of security around.
See how they fall like water, like stream, like we go stream.
Do you know that only the smoke of this very fuel can catch fire?
Yeah, of course. Hey, Nigeria don't finish.
Look at the height from where this thing is falling, and see people for ground under the bridge.
Hundreds of thousands of people under
up with people. And
look at that. Massachusetts. Hey, for how long would this Nnamdi? How do they want to continue to live like this?
My brother, just imagine only a cigarette, one idiot now. Even, oh my God. Oh, God have mercy.
Massachusetts, this is incredible. In the 21st century, this is happening.
God have mercy.
Now, all these people, hundreds of, if not thousands, look at the crowd. So do they not know that they all can just be a dead person any minute from now?
Highly inflammable. Petrol, for that matter, highly inflammable.
And the irony is that it has happened in the past and people were completely all dead.
To ashes, they saw it now.
And they're still, oh my God. What?
And the problem now you have to ask, this is same Lagos, the same Lagos where security, they say security full everywhere. The same Lagos that have different security outfit, the same this and this and this kind of thing is happening.
It won't be like Ojueleba. You know Ojueleba, you know Lagos?
Of course.
It look like Ojueleba, that area.
They didn't mention the leaders. My brother, you can you imagine if this thing happened in a developed country? If within a second, you will not see anybody near here and they will stop it. They will find a way at least to stop the flow of that oil from that very tanker.
Exactly.
First of all, find a means to stop it from flowing. And then close that area, just barricade that area. Nobody will go there and find something to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but choose.
See, some people even carry their own bucket for on their head. The fuel they fall on their head.
And how many days then go use the fuel when they're fetched for bucket, when their life, no, they mean, I mean, this is crazy.
My brother.
Because look, the plate, the rubber, this one that carry for, if you fetch a full, you carry go, right? So how many days? Oh my God.
How much you want seller? How much you go get? Then if this thing catch fire now, none of them will escape. No single individual will escape.
And the country won't get, hey, all the ego. If this modern day, everything happening on social media, and this is a country that has the resources, the oil resources. It's not like they're importing it as to say that it's scarce. They have it in the country, and look at how the extent, the length people are willing to go to fetch a bucket of it.
To go. And this thing is not happening in a village. It is happening in a
city, major city, yeah.
The call center of excellence. And all these people, all these idiots here have seen what this thing can do. They know what food is. They know what it can do.
Yeah, David Uday, Uyeni or whatever. Make them come see their Nigeria and they won't keep together. So,
unbelievable. People are ready to die for nothing sake. You can imagine. See the height where this fuel they fall from.
Hey, Obodo Ekwenso. There.
Gather.
Yeah. Yeah.
If this light come, no human being will escape.
Nobody.
You get one bucket where you want to put your generator. You go serve it for 1 day or 2 days.
Finish. Yeah. Yeah.
But if this fire catch now, you will not go survive.
Yeah.
Even if we burn you, you survive. You will never be the same throughout the whole of your life. If
you estimate the people here from what you are seeing from this picture, you are looking at hundreds of people, eh? Hundreds. Oh my God, no! Nigeria life don't become. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Life is meaningless to Nigeria.
Hey,
life has no meaning.
Yeah.
Tanker overturned at Lagos. Tinker Liverpool Bridge.
Okay.
Tinker Liverpool Bridge. Residents rushed to scoop fuel.
Yeah. Hey, God. Yeah. Yeah.
United Airline plane loses nose wheels during stormy landing at U.S. airport.
Mm-hmm.
God protect them.
Yeah.
Adedeji condemns government for pardoning terrorists once it encourages others to take up arms.
Yeah.
That will not be news story now. They are always encouraging them.
Yeah.
They are always encouraging them. They carry them put for military, not only for giving them, pardon them, do everything. FIFA president condemns Senegal players walkout during AFCON final. Bandits kidnapped more than 100 churchgoers in Kaduna community. This one, the latest one.
Okay. You see?
This part one, the latest one again, new one. This one, a brand new one.
Yeah, it's part of that Christian genocide. It is part of it.
It is still ongoing. It is still ongoing. And that idiot, David Uday or whatever they call him, you will not see this.
Yeah.
It's still ongoing. You can imagine. Bandits kidnapped more than 100 churchgoers in Kaduna community.
Yeah.
You can imagine. Just some minutes ago. Oh God, God have mercy. God have mercy. God have mercy. Remove us from these people. We are not one. We can never be one. Nothing can ever make us to be one. Bro.
You know, that is why that's why it pains me so much, because I know that we can do better, far better than what is obtainable. We can. Oh my goodness, everybody knows that. But why do they want to continue in this darkness called Nigeria? So that means are they condemned? Do they enjoy it? They like what is going on? I don't know for the life of me what is going on. Trust me that if every region go their separate way, you will see people, they begin to live like human beings. But as it is now, what it is just typical zoo. This is zoo, and the people are living like animals. Just look at tanker with fuel. People, hundreds of people, they value no regard for their own life, their own safety. They put everything on land just to go and scoop with bucket and plastic. So what does that even mean? If you carry, so how many? Oh my God, I don't understand it. I simply don't, because normally when such a thing happens, you have to escape from, just go far away from there because you know it's danger.
But you escape your life first. First instinct is to escape.
What if that tanker safe explode? It can happen.
Of course.
Fall on their head, but they don't care. So that is even worse than zoo. You see, and that is what they want. All the my brother. Okay.
Thank you so much, my brother. We have come to the end of the program today, and we will continue again, hopefully later in the evening. I'm going to come back tomorrow. Those of you can join us in the evening. Join us in the evening program where we continue the exposition. And if you cannot join us in the evening, morning program, same time tomorrow, you'll be with us. We will continue. Remember, the sit-at-home civil disobedience continue wherever you are. Continue to engage in civil disobedience. Nobody is being forced. Nobody is being coerced to do it. It is something that we know is necessary. The situation of Nnamdi Kanu is still very serious. Just of recent, like, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday, some people visited Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. Some of the traditional rulers visited Nnamdi Kanu. I saw the video of the visit. There are some people made to Nnamdi Kanu. Let me see if I can be able to find that video before we round up. The visit
from Southeast.
Yeah, from Southeast.
Okay,
when I saw that video, what I'm asking myself is it that there are still some of us who cannot hear. Some of, I think what that woman was saying, people who was introducing some of people who are still in Sokoto answering this in Igbo and whatever title, one title or the other they are giving to themselves. And I wonder why our people are still bent on involving themselves in such area where they are not wanted.
Yeah.
Sokoto Airport. Onye na-agbadata kịta bụ Akajọfọ Igbo Eze Chukwuemeka Eri na kabinet ya Chief Obiora Ogbondu Chief Anthony Obidiegwu na Prọfesọ Chinedu. Prọfesọ Chinedu bụ onye haziri njem a. Ihe a bụ Eze Eri Eze Chukwuemeka. Ọ hapụrụ otu eze ya gbadata na Sokoto. Ọ bịa leta nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Nnamdi Kanu. Kịta ka anyị si na plen gbadata. From ebe a anyị ga-esi agabazie na Sokoto. Biko Igbo bụ Igbo unu ga-ekenere anyị Eze Chukwuemeka Eri ka o si wee hapụga obi ya chi ihe dịka Anambra steeti gbadata na Sokoto. Na-ekenekwa nwanne anyị nwoke Prọfesọ Chinedu ka o si wee hazie njem a ịbụ na ọ bụ ihe nwere isi. Ndewo, anyị ga na-ewetakwara unu ka o si na-aga dịka anyị na-aga. Ndewo.
So that is it. They visited Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto. It is something of encouraging also to encourage Nnamdi Kanu and let him know that he's not alone, and his brothers not left him. Because taking him to Sokoto speaks volume.
Yeah.
It has to be seeing us every minute of the day. If it is possible for people to be going there every day, it is very, very nice, because that place where he is not like when he's in Abuja. It's not like when he's in that place. Taking him to Sokoto is very, very significant, and he needs our presence for him to be able to stand for as long as he's going to be there, and he will join us again. So we appreciate those who are making that effort to go there. And this is our sister Nneka, as you can see, she's also in Sokoto there.
Yeah.
That so it is very, very encouraging. And these are what people are need to be doing. Just like the case of Nnamdi Kanu. You see why sometimes when we talk about the Samaneba, sometimes when we say what we say on the case of Samaneba, in case of Samaneba, we have people in Finland. We have some Biafrans in Finland. And we have not seen any one of them say he went to visit Mazi Simon Ekpa and brought out the video and show. And I know that in the Western world, once somebody is in detention, you can go and visit.
Of course. No matter what. No matter what. No matter what, yeah.
It doesn't need any connection. If you go, find out the visiting day, you go there and visit. Then you can go there, you make a video in front of the place, even if you cannot take your video inside there, you will come out and say what you have seen and whatever. Because sometimes when we are talking about the show of Simon, it will be like it's a rocket science that you need to go and consult one. You need to go and consult one oracle.
It's not. It's Western world. Even Massachusetts, let me tell you that this thing that I've continued to say in the past, I also continue. I said, like, look, if USB, who is, I believe, that is led by Ngozi Rabeze, if she wants to silence the critics, she will on individual capacity. You can even do it. How much more as an entity that has been officially declared in that same Finland? So you can say, okay, maybe it's not an independent country. We know that, but on paper it's been declared. So she can file. She can apply. She will go there, visit him, and will take a video. Everybody will see. They will have a conversation. It's allowed. I am telling you, even me as I did UK, yeah, if I say I won't go, I can make there a process. It could be difficult, it could take time because you are an individual, somebody who is not registered on anything, but you can still visit the person. So how much more the body USB government that was declared in Finland. So if they want to douse every noisemakers, silence the critics, like I always say, she should be able to go there. She will be allowed to go there, see them, have a conversation, and they discuss. Then Biafrans will see. But who knows what is going on? We don't know. Maybe there's something they know we don't know, but it is well. I'm just saying, I'm not really saying anything, but I'm just saying, thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. Give us your closing remarks so that we can draw the curtain.
Brachus, thank you so much for the effort and for Monday Sit-At-Home. We encourage our people to continue, and freedom is not free, but it's worth fighting for. It's worth sacrificing for. We have to do everything we can because the alternative is unimaginable, So we must continue for the future of our generation. We have to keep the lineage going. Otherwise, these marauders from Futajelon, they are serious. They want to take us out. But so we must continue. Thank you so much, Brachus, and we'll see you again by the grace of God.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Christian. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide you, protect you, secure you, and bless you more and more for all that you are doing, helping us to encourage our people. It is something that is needed at this point in time. It is really, really needed. Every one of us need it. Every hand must be on deck. We really appreciate for the fact that people are still making sacrifice, regardless all the attacks, all the insults, and everything that is coming out. People are still making sacrifice, and we must have to continue to make that sacrifice. Never you give up. Don't give up, no matter what happens. Everywhere you are as a Biafran, that little thing you can do, continue to do it. Whether they curse you, they abuse you, they don't recognize you, continue to do that thing that is right. Continue to do it. At the end of the day, we shall be free. I strongly believe that we'll be free. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all of us, and more especially those that participated on the Sit-At-Home today, the civil disobedient. I appreciate you. Anything you have lost today, you will gain it in 1,000-fold by tomorrow. More businesses are going to come to you, and I appreciate everyone. I thank everyone, and I pray that Chukwu will guide and protect all of us. I pray for our leaders, our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. We pray for them that they will regain their freedom as soon as possible and join us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again by the grace of Chukwu Okike later in the evening or tomorrow. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Bye-bye, everybody.
language and the face of this very earth. Chiko dikabia mapuni nyani chineke no gende sona efewe na isiala nyina ina koza hanso ya mbuni onyanyi na jama we anyana ge farusi obona nege ole kali nyani ne kale ke no ne kale obia ndi nden so na kiri na isiala ndi obadi ndo na to kole no totwa nyaba no wanene and when I raise it, Kahara and you were not young. Be connected with a Biafra with your source and we're not
but you know what? They would like you to believe that Samaremba is the cause of this. No. I am the solution, and the only way they can get to you is by kicking me out, which is not possible. I have come. Look what you do. After I am done with Nigeria, Biafra will be free and enjoy freedom. Biafra will know the importance of freedom and what happens in 5 years to come. Thank you.